They watch, they hate, then they copy.
Yeah. It's deeper than the surface, deeper than the grind. I just wanna know what's on a real man's mind. Let's build something sacred. Trying to guess you, stress you, or finesse you. I just wanna bless you, see what's really in your mental. Not the armor or the mask that you wrestle, but that inner voice that whispers when it's gentle. Got my ears wide, heart open, no shade, no judgment in this room. You can lay your pain. Tell me what it's like to carry all that weight. Be the rock, the leader, but still feel the strain. Talk to me, king, I ain't here to fix, just here to feel, soaking every bit. You ain't gotta rhyme it or keep it slick. I'm listening deep, I wanna hear what ticks. Blueprint to a man's thought starts by listening. Let him speak truth, no fear, no imprisoning. Open space, real talk, I'm just vibing in. Trying to know the heart that beats beneath the skin. Yeah, I just wanna know your mind. Every corner, every climb. You ain't gotta hide behind, just let it go, take your time.
Take your time. Tell me about your father or the lack of his touch. Did that teach you silence or teach you to clutch? What do you dream when the world ain't tough? What do you need when strong ain't enough? Where's the joy that you bury in the grind?
What fears dance in the back of your mind? Who taught you love? Who taught you war? What's the wound you still trying to ignore? You ain't soft for expressing what's inside. That's king energy, that's real pride. I ain't scared of your tears or your cries. I'm here to witness, not just ride. Blueprint to a man's thoughts starts by listening, not by pushing, pressing, or conditioning. This space sacred, this bond glistening. Truth in your tone, I find strength in it. Yeah, I just wanna know your soul, not just what you control. This ain't no casual stroll. I'm here for the whole, yeah, the whole.
No interruptions, no. Should've said, just say it raw, say it how it's in your head. Woo! You ain't gotta bleed, just speak your thread. I'll hold the story, every word you said.
So when you're ready, I'm still here. A woman with ears that don't just hear. I build temples with your truth, 'cause knowing you, that's the proof. Blueprint to a man's thought starts by listening.
Hey everybody, welcome to Realistic Vibes, where the vibe is always positive. How y'all doing on tonight? Hey
Feeling
brother,
good, feeling great.
y'all doing good
What up,
tonight?
sis? What up, Jeremy? Salute to everybody in the chat.
Whoo-wee. Okay. Oh my goodness. Did you guys enjoy your Memorial Day?
I had fun.
Yes,
did?
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
I missed the wife, but she brought me back a special gift, so I'm happy about it.
Damn. That's what they calling it now? Special gifts?
Oh
That's-
well, you know, I told
know
Red
that's-
I had to go worship with my wife as soon as she got back,
Oh, yeah,
no,
that was funny. That was too funny.
and yes, we did. But
Oh, shouts out to everybody that's in the chat. Let's do a little chat roll call. Shouts out to Roxy in the house. Hi, Roxy.
What up, bro?
Kim's in the house. In touch with
What up, Cam?
Thank you.
Riz,
TC Top Cat is in the house. Hey, TC.
OG, what's good?
Homie's in the chat. Hey, homie.
Homie, what's popping?
Reaper's in the chat. Hey, Reaper.
Yo, what up, Rick?
I see. And Mrs. She Said is in the chat. Hey, sis.
Thank you, Ness.
And I think I saw and Messy Michonne came over and dropped some love.
Messy, what up, Messy?
hey, Messy.
I think I got some money here. And let's welcome homie to the panel.
Are you ready? Are you ready for the comeback?
Red. I just got here, Red.
Y'all
I just
crazy.
got here.
Homie, what's good, homie? What up, bro?
What's happening, OGs? What up, Jeremy? What up, Mr. He said?
Hey, I'm going
Two
to
of my
tease
new
you.
favorite OGs.
I'm going to have to tease you for about a whole month. Okay. A
All right,
whole month.
Red. All right, you're gonna activate one of your own trap cards.
Oh, a whole month now. A whole month.
All right, I'm gonna take my hazing. I'm a
Oh,
crab.
how you doing, homie? You good? You good? You good? Your
I'm
week?
tired, man. It's hot down there.
Yes. It was. But it's been raining a lot, so
It's humid as hell.
and the mosquitoes have been tearing me up. As soon as I go outside of my garden, they just been like, yeah, where
They're
you
like,
I
come
can't
been?
even
here.
keep the porch light on. I gotta keep it
Hey,
off.
where
It's
you
too
been,
bad.
baby?
I'm gonna holler
Long
at you,
time no
girl.
see.
They
I'm
was
gonna
tearing
get some
me up.
sugar.
Like
Man,
what? Look, they bit me in my face too. They bit me
me
in my face
too. Right down the chin.
right
It
here.
was hurting too.
They got me good, 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 good. So y'all know we want to talk about tonight, right? We're gonna talk about the OGs and
Okay.
because I've been hearing some things on these panels that the young people say, y'all old people don't know what y'all talking about.
Mm.
And then I hear the older folks say that y'all young folks is disrespectful and rebellious.
Mm. Ooh-wee.
And how Uncle Rick said, y'all got it. Y'all got it.
Well, two things could be true.
Yeah, we gonna talk about it tonight. So I prepared an opening clip for us to look at, and hopefully the rest of the guests will come and Uncle Ricky and them will come. I know they over there having fun with Ali. So let's look at the clip that I put together because I saw some things and I just thought it was interesting um, to look at. All right, here we go.
Young kids, some of these young boys these days,
That's the wrong one. Oh no, yes, it is the right one. Okay.
they don't have no respect for older people. They think older people are soft, and they think because we got gray on that we somebody that's soft and to be played with. But a lot of these young folks don't understand that a lot of us done been through a lot of mess, and the stuff they talking don't mean nothing to a lot of us old school dudes. Let me tell you what.
Older people don't listen to younger people, they become slow amongst older people. When younger people don't listen to older people, they become slower amongst younger people. If young people would listen to older people, they move faster amongst younger people because you got advanced knowledge.
Right.
And when older people listen to younger people, we move faster in the older world because you got new knowledge.
What do y'all think about that? When I saw that, I was like, "Ooh, that's a good one." What do you guys think about what he just said?
I think that is a good one. Like, and it's ironic that we're having this conversation because I kind of touched upon this talking with one of my homeboys.
Mm-hmm.
I told him about Mr. He said, right? About how old are you, Mr. He said?
I'm 51, sir.
Cool. So, my bad, I had a call come through. I'm good.
Yeah, you good.
Okay. When me and my partner converse and talk about life and everything, we break everything down point for point. We dig real deep into it and start breaking down elements we wouldn't have thought about on the surface, right? So I told him about Mr. He said, and I was like, he's an older cat that's older than us that pretty much does the same thing we do, and I'm getting game from him because we done got to the point in life to where when we talk to our older family members, they can't communicate in the capacity that we're able to communicate when it's time to break down certain elements, certain aspects of life, certain habits that you might have, how to handle certain situations. A lot of the responses from the older people is more along the lines of do what I say, don't ask questions. You were wrong, or you were right. There's no context in it. They don't really show you how to navigate through it, and they don't dig deeper into whatever it is you're talking to them about. And what you just played reminds me of Mr. He Said, because by him being 51, when I listen to him speak and articulate himself, he doesn't sound like he's 51 based on how he's communicating per se, but you can tell it with the wisdom that comes from the message that he delivers, right? So the young need to listen to the old and the old need to listen to the young. I don't know him that well, but I personally feel that he's a product of that statement. Y'all got it.
All right.
Appreciate that, bro. Yep, you got it, Jeremy.
So I believe that there is balance in everything. I do think that, for example, I'll use what you said, homie. Like, if Mr. He Said say something to me and I ask him, and he gives me the honest answer, which he is, I'm going to take that. If Uncle Ricky says it, I'm going to take that, because I know, one, they have no reason to lie to me. They got their own thing going on, and they happening to give me game, right? So I can take that, no issue. I also am smart enough to know that you also have to know who you're talking to. Age does not equate to wisdom, and being young doesn't mean you're a fool. So you have to take it into consideration of who you're talking to and what experiences that they've had in their lives. So yes, they can learn back and forth, but I do think that most older men, they see young men, and correct me if I'm wrong, but when I see a younger gentleman that's got more energy in me, more vigor than me, it makes me have energy. It makes me want to compete a little bit. It brings that competitive side out. It makes me want to be like, well, I still got it. I can still, let me show you something, and that makes me want to then give whatever wisdom I might have. So I think it is a good relationship, symbiotic actually, between older men and younger men. And that's why I also say, before I yield, we have such an issue right now with young men right now, because they don't have that older man there to bounce off of. And I'll leave it at that for right now.
For me, the determining factor would probably be humility. I think it's a certain humility. I agree wholeheartedly with KRS-One. I think it's a humility that you can learn from pretty much anybody, everybody, younger men from old, older men from young, but you kind of got to humble yourself and say, I like a quality in Jeremy. I like the way he dedicated to his job or devoted to his family, and then kind of take that and then make it your own, put your own little sazon on it, put your own spin on it, but take that inspiration from that positive influence. So I think that, a lot of people lack humility, old and young, and we don't want to kind of say, you know what, I kind of like how he does that. Let me go ahead and put that in my toolbox and put my own spin on it and go forward.
Okay, let's finish the
Buddy,
Go ahead.
I just kind of wanted to piggyback on what he said.
Mhm.
Like I said before, me and my homeboy was talking about it. We actually touched upon that too, because we was asking the question, why is it just some older folks, or is it just family members in general that can't give good advice to the youth, pretty much their relatives per se? And we came to the conclusion that it may have something to do with the image that they hold in your eyes as your elder and as your family member. So that can possibly dilute the answer you're looking for. That's all I had.
Okay. Here we go.
different. Them don't wash their cars or nothing. They don't brush their hair down. Everybody want dreads. Young don't comb their hair. They don't wash their car. Different, bro.
Let's especially you old niggas. See, old niggas should never follow young niggas. Old niggas should lead young niggas, right? Young niggas should get wisdom from old niggas, right? Only wisdom I want from y'all was popping, was the music popping, what they doing. Tell me about cultural influences. That's what the young niggas teach me. The young niggas don't teach me how to disrespect somebody's dead mama, and then I join in at 46.
Man, you want to know why the streets messed up too? Because these young dudes don't listen to the OGs no more, man. All the young dudes need to get back to listening to the OGs in the streets, because most of the OGs in the streets ain't in the streets no more. You know why they not in the streets? Because they already did it. They sitting there telling you that it ain't nothing good about the streets. So why would you want to get into some shit that these folks already said is a bad thing? It ain't good. You better go and get a trade, get a job, give you some money, be to your family, and stand out the way.
Respecting your elders is overrated, bro. On my soul. That's the most overrated thing, bro, for real.
Why?
Because, bro, they so disrespectful, bro. Just because you old don't mean I can't talk to you dusty, bro. You can talk dusty too, don't have no age.
I get an
here,
OG
bro.
a pass, bro.
No, bro. Not when you violated me, bro.
Respect.
So don't respect your elders, bro. Yeah.
That's a nice.
What you?
He gonna get somebody ass whooped.
Okay, that's what I think.
I mean, that's the bottom line of that. He gonna get somebody ass whooped.
Right. He think the OGs is lame and broken up in pieces. He can't.
Yeah, word to my paw, you can get somebody ass whooped.
Right.
I done seen it in real time.
Hey, brother. Oh, but you know what's so funny, brother? You remember when Daddy beat the neighbor up that time? Remember?
Yes, I do.
It ain't nothing like that grown man strength.
My daddy in his 70s and tore him up, brother. Y'all better. Oh, and I helped out too. I got the drill. I started hitting him upside his head with the drill.
Wait, y'all real brothers?
Allegedly.
Wait,
No.
Oh,
No, it's not my real sister.
I had to help OG out because OG had him in a headlock and he was slamming him down. And I took the drill and I was knocking him aside his head. I had to get something in there too. We was tag teaming that joker. Ooh-wee. Daddy and daughter. Oh, don't clip this. Okay, anyway.
He will.
I clipped it. No.
All right, here we go.
Thinking that really angered me when I heard how he was talking to him, because I often talk to young people and we do disagree. I try not to debate. I try not to make them feel that I'm right and they're wrong. But I tell them one thing that's different about this generation than my.
Is that the right thing to do? Do y'all think that's the right thing? How to go about it to not make them feel like they're wrong? But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't look at it like that. I don't look at it like that. I try not to be insensitive, but again, you know, I say this a lot. I live in reality. And eventually you make your way back here. You know what I mean? If you don't want to reside here and then you get information or something happens and then you arrive back here with all of us, I just say, you know, welcome back. Like these things, like this is what really happened. And this is why we can't be delusional and can't be so nice with everybody and handle them with so much kid gloves, because we kind of doing them a disservice, because eventually we always land back in reality where everybody else is. So you got to look at what you did. You got to look at what they did. And then how we going to move forward. And for you to prolong getting here, you know what I mean? That says a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give a little bit of pushback, because most people think just because you get older automatically makes you wise, but it doesn't make you an elder. It just makes you old, honestly, because an old man is somebody who survives time, right? But an elder is somebody that learned from it. Old man looks to the past like it's a trophy. Like, I remember back in my day, football, whatever. But the elder uses it like a tool. All right, so I see you want to get in football, so let me show you where I messed up at, right? Old man wants respect just because he's been here a long time. You know what I'm saying? I've been here on this same block for 30-something years, right? But an elder don't earn respect because he spent that time becoming something worth listening to. And I think that's the issue. I think we got a lot of old men. And I think a lot of our elders are either already have their little tribe of mentors, or they ain't there. They not present.
Okay.
Got a lot of old men.
That was one of the questions that we're going to go through. So, yep, you on it.
And that speaks to homie's point as well, that sometimes who the information is coming from is very important on where we hold them. Like he says, some family members, some older people can't say anything to you because we have this depiction, or we have this representation of them that we won't shun. Like, we will not shake it. They used to be a thief. They always going to be a thief, or whatever the case may be. But sometimes people elevate and they grow. And you can get information from a thief too. I could get information from anybody or a what not to do list. Like, it's all about how you look at it. So, you know, the humility for me still is kind of the determining factor.
Okay, here we go.
Generation that when someone older gave us wisdom, we listened, whether we agreed or not. We actually listened, and he wouldn't even let him get. No. I gotta make this point. I gotta like, dude, you can't let him talk. You know, you gotta over talk him to prove your point.
The reason why Gen Z is different than any other generation is not because we're dealing with the worst economic state in our whole fucking lifetime. It's that when we look for advice, we looking for people to try to guide us. Nigga, none of y'all niggas can relate. A lot of our parents were really dumb financially. So who else can we look up to? And other than that, look at where we at. We in technology, my nigga. This shit moving quicker than fucking speed of light. The fuck y'all niggas try to help us, try to put us on into some shit. Nigga, that shit don't make sense.
Where he old. Yeah, I'm old too. You old too. I'm 60.
Wait, look, man, I'm about to say you gotta these some good ones right here, and I kind of want to talk about almost all of them, and my thoughts getting lost.
They kind of, I want to give you appetizer before I get to the questions. Go ahead.
What the homie said was spot on though, because I'm not Gen Z, but I kind of ran into that roadblock myself, like between the ages of 18 and like 25, right? There's no real direction coming from the older generation. It's like the boomers passed down their knowledge to Generation X. Generation X then passed on the skills to the millennials. Whatever we got, we figured out on our own from watching and observing and innovating ourselves. But they didn't pass down actual skills, like the skills we need to take care of our communities ourselves. Carpentry, concrete work, being an electrician, because the majority of them did what? Got hooked on drugs and went to jail. So those skills didn't get passed down. So I actually feel the dilemma that he was describing and articulating, because that's not something that just Gen Z experience. Millennials experience that as well.
Okay. Shouts out to Cam. Am I saying that right? For being in the building. Thank you.
That's right. What's going on?
Yo.
Appreciate you being here, big dog.
I believe this is Jeremy's friend. So Jeremy, you want to introduce your friend?
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all might not know him, but y'all will get to know him because this guy's going a lot of places very quickly. Give it up to my boy, Cam, in the building.
Shouts out to you, Cam. Thank you.
Excuse me, man. I lost my voice a couple days ago, yelling and stuff. But Jeremy was like, "Man, there's a discussion. We need some YNs on here." So I'm the YN y'all need to talk to for real. So let's get to talking, man.
Shouts out to you.
How old are you, brother? Thank you for being here, man. Appreciate you taking time.
I'll be 25 on Friday.
Oh, you a baby. Oh my
Happy
goodness.
birthday, man. Happy birthday, big dog.
Gemini season, we up.
All right now. Okay.
Uh-oh, ladies. He's a Gemini. He like long walks on the beach, ladies.
And he always available. So
Not the available. All right. So we finished the clip. So now y'all ready for my questions? So we're talking about respect first. So the first segment is about respecting your elders or just respect their results. Okay. So the first question is, are young men disrespectful or are they more selective about who they listen to? Are young men being disrespectful or they're just being selective of who they are listening to? Let's start with our YNs at the bottom. Let's start with Cam. Cam?
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, I think it could be both. I think more so in my generation. I think if the youngin talks to the right one, he's definitely gonna listen. But I think that we've gotten more disrespectful. The generations have gotten more disrespectful over the years. I know in my case, my ears are open to all criticism and all feedback. from my elders, especially because they're the ones that came before me. They didn't live life longer than me. So any pointers that they want to see, if I feel like that they really want to elevate me, I'll listen and take a full effect of what they have to give to me, It just depends. I know, man, I got cousins, I got brothers younger than me. They very hard-headed, very stubborn. They don't care. They don't want to listen to nobody. They feel like they know the world at 18. Man, shit, 19 is crazy.
Right.
Nah, but I think respecting and listening to your elders will take a young cat very far in life. That's why they say, obey that mother, that father, man. You're supposed to listen to your elders, You got to.
Okay, homie.
Well, I don't know if 36 is still a YN age range, but I don't think they've gotten more disrespectful. I think men have become less involved and aren't giving the proper leadership to young boys. Because when I think back, based on that question, young boys are very receptive to anything that's beneficial. If you could teach them something, if you could show them something tangible, look, this how this works. If you tell them about it, it's like, all right, I hear you talking, old nigga. But if you show a nigga how to do something and he could see it and touch it and feel it, he grasp onto that. Now you have his respect, right? You got a lot of old cats in the hood that do a lot of talking, but they're not showing the young cats nothing. They talking. So the young cats ain't got nothing to respect from them. And I think all of us at one point when we was 18 felt like, shit, I'm the man. I think that's something that's going to happen regardless. But you need an actual man there to actually steer that the right way, right? But the vast majority of us don't have a lot of men around to actually cultivate the manhood within us. So you're going to be disrespectful toward them when nobody can't show you nothing. They put a Bible in front of your face and tell you about God, but they can't show you nothing. They don't have no results to show you. Like I could think back with my mom and them, and they telling me all this fluffy stuff. You could be whatever you could do, but I'm looking at the jobs they working and where we living at. But then I look at my grandpa. My grandpa worked for himself. Whenever my grandpa told me something, I immediately prioritized his advice over my household's advice because my mom and my real pa wasn't together. Because I saw what he was able to produce. So I automatically believed him because he had the results. So if we had more men with the results, putting their hands on the youth and showing them how to produce, I think they'll have more respect given to the older generation. But especially coming from where I'm at, I could see a lot of older cats, they ain't got more motion than the younger cats, so they ain't even trying to talk. I ain't listening to you, man. You ain't doing that. You living with your mom. I ain't listening to you. They get on Instagram and create a following. Now they got way more motion, way quicker in a lane that the older cats didn't even know was even available. So I just think like if we take the things that matter and show them something that they could touch, that they could grasp on, that they could cultivate and make better, I think that we will see more respect grow from the younger community, and it wouldn't be so much disrespect.
So since you started talking about some things, I have this question for y'all. Should older men automatically be respected because they survive longer, or should respect be based on what you said, homie, results?
I think there's a baseline of respect that's allotted to all people. And in specific, elders deserve a special grade of respect just for being an elder, right? Because one day we all gonna be old, and you're not gonna want somebody that ain't been on the earth as long as you just waltzing all over you, right? So I think elders deserve a baseline respect in general, but I think there's a different level of respect that comes from when you show somebody results, right?
Okay, Cam, what you think?
Oh, it just depends. I think, when you say elders, there's got to be an age to it. I get what you're saying.
What do you guys consider as elders? Like, what age do y'all consider?
It's like when golden age, like 65 retirement, I guess.
I mean, an elder is anybody that's not within your generation, in my opinion.
Okay. You hear that, Mr. Ethan? So that means you're not an OG yet.
You still a unk, man.
I
Congratulations.
like it. I like it.
You're out here with me.
I take it.
Oh my
I
goodness.
see you at Top Golf this weekend.
Let's go.
So, do you think that, like what Homie was saying, that it's a lot of guys don't pay attention to the unks and the OGs because their results are not there? What they're trying to tell them about it is because, and their results are different. Is that why they're not respecting them?
What's the conversations that's being had? You know, I know conversations of older cats that are guiding people away from the streets, regardless, you know, of they might not have $1 to their name. They might be in the streets themselves, you know what I'm saying? But they see some menu, they see a different light, and they don't want you to go down the path of darkness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It could be a lot of ways that these elders are trying to guide the youth that some young people just don't understand yet. And you know, it's a I wouldn't say it's a disconnect because this depends on who you're talking to. You know, you could talk to so many different people from anywhere. You know, you might connect with somebody you never thought you would have connected with. You just, you know, conversation with a nation. You just gotta. Sometimes you got. Well, I was always told you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. You know, so you just gotta fall back, listen, receive it, think about it, and then before you speak. So, you know, it just depends. It varies.
Yeah. What I found out. I'm sorry, Ray, go ahead.
No, I was saying, do you guys got anything before? Because I got go ahead.
Really quickly, I was just going to say one of my points to this is young men, I believe, are wired to test, not necessarily to obey. And what I mean by that is that they're going to push boundaries, they're going to challenge authority, they're going to assert their own independence, and they're going to figure things out through action most of the time. And I think that the first thing you got to do is pass the test. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why do I got to pass the test to some YN? Because they process information way quicker than we do now. We're not going to sit here and pretend like them scrolling through the phone and you scrolling through the phone is the same thing. It's not. All right. So you have to be willing to take that second and find some common ground. I mean, I use my relationship with Cam. Like, we were cool, but we got cooler when we started playing basketball, right? And then once that test got started, and disclaimer, he killed me out there. It is what it is, you know. But me coming out there and showing and trying and learning from him some things, it made him more comfortable to be able to have, okay, man, so how I need to do this. So then I was able to step him into what I'm good at, right? And then another thing too, they don't trust the messenger. If I had not established some type of connectivity with him and I had told him to do the exact same thing that I told him to do, he probably wouldn't have done it because I'm just some dude. I'm just some dude with gray in my beard. I don't know nothing. This man look like he don't do nothing at work. Right? But once he got to know me, he understood what I actually do and why I have that position and why it looks like one thing, but it's actually something else. He wants that. And he's getting it. I see him doing it. But I had to qualify myself to him first. And I think if you really want to help somebody, you have to show them. Again, like Mr. He said, the moment I get my YouTube money, oh yeah, I'm finna go ahead. $200, Mr. He said I need an hour. Tell me what to do with this money.
And I get what y'all both have a great point about seeing it to believe it. Because if Jeremy had not told me, well, he told me that he doing a podcast, this and that. But if I didn't see him actually putting in the work for it, he could just been another person telling me like, "Oh yeah, you should get into it. You should do it. You know, you a good personality for it." But when I seen him really working towards it every week, we was on stream live every Wednesday night. You know, that really was a testament to who he is. You know what I'm saying?
And that built your respect in him, right?
Right. Exactly.
because you had to see him actually putting in work and walking towards what he telling you about. It's not just
Right.
another dude walk up to you and tell you some fairy tale shit, and then you just, you know what I'm saying, it just fade to black.
And like, I mean, I hear it all the time, you know, and it is selective too. Like I can sift through when I'm hearing it. Like I always listen. I'm always listening. But I definitely know how to sift through between my conversation on who's real and who's not. I hear stories all the time of, man, when I was in the penitentiary, man, man, when I was all of that, in the streets, I'm so, now I'm Jeezy, I'm, okay, that's cool, you know. Like, you can say that. I never seen it, you know what I'm saying? It, you know, but to each his own. They might have, based on what they telling me, it might be their testimony or whatever they want to tell me, you know. I don't think it's all for nothing, but, you know, it's for something. It's got to be.
And another thing, you got a lot of old fly niggas that's now losers still relishing in their glory days. See how he laugh? He already know where I'm going with that right there. So you got a lot of them around the young dudes, and all they doing is they pulling that damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. The fuck happened to you?
Wow.
You heard me? They stuck in it, man. When I was out, I was the man. I had it like I had this, but you ain't got nothing to show them now. So they hear you talking, but they're not gonna respect nothing that you trying to lay on them because it's not gonna produce nothing.
Let me add to that, because the young mind is so easily, it's like a sponge, it can be absorbed, right? But you got them same loser ass motherfuckers that really can get to somebody younger than me, and like that person really believe what he's telling him, and that young cat really you know, is another loser with him. You know what I'm saying? Doing loser shit. So, you know, that's another side to it that people probably don't even understand. I've seen that too. But you guys, you know, young cats looking up to people that they shouldn't be looking up to. You know what I'm saying? So it just all depends, man. I just pray, you know, in my generation, I grew up, I guess you could say, with phones, tablets, and shit like that.
Right,
But,
yeah.
you know, a challenge that my generation is facing is an identity crisis, and who they are, who they want to be. They looking at the end of the day, they're looking at, you know what I'm saying, false.
I love you guys. Because y'all just walk right into my thing. Every time I talk with you guys, y'all just, like, the way I have it planned out, y'all just walk right into it. So let me play this respect video real quick, because we're about to talk about that internet and the young niggas. Okay, let's look at this clip first, and then we're going to get into it. Thank you for swaying into that. Here we go.
Never understood about young people, even younger than me. Why is it that young equals disrespect? It's like the younger you are, you're more feeling like you're allowed to be disrespectful to older people. And I never understood that. Even as like a little kid, I never understood why I see so many like teenagers just rebellious and just they want to be disrespectful. And they feel like, because I'm going younger than myself right now. A young teenager is like, y'all feel like it's good or it's like reasonable to be disrespectful to older people.
I remember. OGs, what do y'all got to say about that?
It's because of that previous video that you played when he was actually soliciting and promoting to be disrespectful to older people, and you don't have to respect your elders. It's because of that. It's definitely, like Cam said, it's definitely a both situation. For me, it's a 60-40. I wouldn't even say 51-49. It's a 60-40. It is the OGs, but the 60 is the disrespectful part. They are selective. I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot of information out here flying, so you have to be selective with everybody with a microphone. But that's the thing. They listen to so many other people. They listen to the manosphere men. They listen to some cantankerous women sometimes. They listen to simps sometimes. They listen, and I think that was the difference for me. Like, I had a bunch of my OGs in the house this weekend, and what I was telling them is, y'all learn from y'all. Like, y'all gave me this game. Y'all the ones that told me, listen, it's cheaper to keep her, or listen, you don't fuck with no girl that's not into you, or you pay like you weigh, and then you could stay. Like, all of these things that y'all showed me, like, little nigga, come here, let me tell you this. But again, I humbled myself and was like, let me listen to this nigga. Yeah, he drink wine all day, but he still might say something. Like, a wise man learns from his mistakes. But a really wise man learns from other people's mistakes.
Correct.
And that's what I came from. Like, what not to do. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. And you'll be fine, C's. Like, don't be him. Don't take all of the money and leave for the weekend. Don't hit on her. Don't cheat on her. Like, it's certain things you just see what to do. And it was just humbling myself and kind of listening to those OGs. But like, you know, the young brother said, the inspiration, the respect level, it's a lot of contingencies to go into why these guys aren't listening. And some of us don't warrant it. We're not meeting them where they're at. Our articulation, we may be a little too hard. It's all of those things. So, you know, get in where you fit in, but protect yourself at all times, fellas. And again, just learn. If you learn it from your mistakes, somebody else's, but as long as you learning, you good.
Remember a time when we was younger, we wouldn't even raise our voice to an adult. Do y'all remember the days when kids was afraid to disrespect their elders, was afraid to talk too loud or use profanity or something like that in front of an elder, in front of an adult? Listen, man, we was on our best behavior. But these little demons today, they don't respect authority.
You taught them it was okay to talk to anybody any kind of way. You taught them it was okay to disrespect older people. When I was a kid, you said yes, ma'am, and yes, sir. When you talk to older people, you put a handle on it. It was Mr. Jones. It was Miss Jones. But this generation doesn't say, yeah. What? Who? How you doing, Jimmy? It ain't no Mr. Jimmy. It's how you doing, Jimmy. And now you're mortified, but you created that Frankenstein monster.
This is why younger guys sometimes can't respect older men. Because instead of saying something like, did you read the Bible? And he said, I already received it. In here, you have to game. And I see that all the time with young guys. Instead of giving the younger guys game.
And then cameras are all on. You putting this guy on the spot instead of giving him real game.
Giving him, I've seen it in jobs that I've been a part of. I've seen it. You're not giving the young guy game. So NLE handled it great, and that's where the clashing began, because you're not giving out the game to the younger guys. So how do
I know this may be controversial, some people may not like this, but I don't give a fuck. One thing I don't do is respect all my elders. Just because you're an elder, you don't get my respect. I feel like that shit just a play to make old people always seem like they right and like they always know what they talking about, and that ain't the case. Let me explain.
Y'all agree with what he's saying?
Y'all already know what I said. Y'all giving out that elder tag.
Wait, he didn't explain yet.
Yeah, that part. Not that part.
He didn't explain yet.
I just want him to stop right there, you know, like, and I've heard a lot of people say that, you know.
If he would have never said, let me explain, I would have been rolling with them. But when he said that, I figured it might be something else there.
Yes, it is. Okay, I'm gonna hit the play button.
But what's crazy for me, y'all, before Sis starts it back up is, it's the double talk for me. Again, we've been around some older fellas that we might not agree with, but again, the key word, respect. So guess what, OG? Respectfully, OG, it's a way to behave yourself as a gentleman. I do not just be popping off at the men like, I don't respect you, OG, because you like, nah. Respectfully, I may disagree. We may have to have deeper conversation, but it's all done in a gentleman, respectful manner because that man's older than me. I say it a lot and it comes off insensitive, but it's reality. I've been 35. You ain't never been 51.
Right.
Just that alone should demand some sort of consideration. And what makes it disrespectful and why I land on 60% disrespect is because guess what? I lived through Carter, Reagan, Bush, the other Bush, Obama, the war on drugs, the police, cantankerous women. Like I've lived through all of this stuff that you up against. And if I'm trying to help you out, make your destination shorter, like show you a shortcut, the least you could do is be considerate. But when you wave that, I don't have to respect you just because you older than me. Like I've been through a lot of stuff that you're going to be going through. You should just humble yourself, take what you need, throw the rest away, and then, you know what I mean, go on your way. But it's the blatant disrespect, and they promote it to other kids to do it in their community is what kind of unique to me.
I agree 100% with what he's saying.
Okay.
I disagree a little bit.
Go ahead, Jeremy.
Reason why I say this because there's a gentleman that I work with, and I call him Mr. Lewis. That is his last name, but I call him Mr. Lewis. That is my friend. That's my big bro, but I call him Mr. Lewis. When we are together, I call him by his first name. So why do I do that? I'm setting a standard for everybody around. When they address him, they say Mr. Lewis.
That's
right? You cannot get mad at somebody if they address you the way that you told them to address you.
Mhm.
If you want them to do better, then you have to give a precedent for wanting to do better. If you're not doing that, then what's the point? I can't get mad at somebody if they say, "Hey, how you doing?" And I say, "Hey, my name is Jeremy." And then a few minutes later, they say, "Hey, yo, Jeremy, hey, real quick. That's Mr. Green, mother." Like, no, like that's not how it works.
That's a fact.
That's all I'm saying. Like, present the way you want to be perceived.
Okay. Shouts out for Trent doing this. Hey, Trent.
What's up, Trent?
Yo.
On the flip side,
you already know.
Just because somebody says Mr. Whatever, as Cam can attest to, sometimes when people want that title too bad, they full of crap. And they even worse than somebody that will let you address them by their first name.
That's a fact.
Okay, here we go, guys.
An old person can tell you doing something wrong, and you know in your heart and your mind and your body that you doing it right, but you ain't doing it the way they want you to do it, so they gonna tell you it's wrong. Old people, sometimes they be condoning the bullshit. They child can do some fucked up shit, and they'll condone it and stand behind it, and you supposed to respect that just because they elders. Nah, that ain't how I rock. I don't give a fuck if from 8 to 80. You show me respect, I show you respect. You show me kindness, I show you kindness. That's how that's gonna go. If you show me disrespect, I'm gonna disrespect you. I'll push your little ass in the dirt, or I'll roll your motherfucking wheelchair down a flight of stairs.
Let's just stop it right there. What a joke.
I hear him though. He qualified.
Yeah, from the place he just came from. Now that's why I thought he was going. I agree with him.
Right. I got you, homie. But yeah, wow, damn. I don't know about the pushing them down. You know, I might not push them down.
Nah. They got some old motherfuckers that need a good push. I worked at an old folks home one time before. Boy,
dang, homie.
They might
it
break
was
a
like
hip.
the car down there.
If they break a hip, it's over.
Oh God. So let's get to what Cam was kind of alluding to earlier. So the question I have is, now that we in the social media, reality TV age, right? And it seems like the younger men would rather listen to influencers, podcasters, like the Red Pill dudes and all those people, rather than listening to, the men, older men in their family, older men in the community, or even the older men that be talking on the panels, because they always like bucking against whatever the older ones are saying on the panel. You know what I mean? And so the first question is online masculinity making young men stronger or more bitter or rebellious and disrespectful? Are these things on social media, these influencers are actually teaching them to be rebellious and disrespectful? What do you guys think?
I don't think that. I think the influencers are just showing them something.
Mm-hmm.
They're showing them, look what I got from doing this.
Okay.
You could do it too. And they gravitate towards that. I don't normally see influencers projecting for them to be bitter, rebellious, or disrespectful. As far as young men goes, I don't normally see that. I see a lot of stupidity just in general being projected, but not so much, rebellious or disrespect. It's just they're giving them ambition, but they're not showing them how to funnel that ambition properly.
Okay. Cam?
Yeah, so I like what he said about funneling the ambition,
Mm-hmm.
because the way somebody told me the way you should look at social media is either you're the consumer
Mm-hmm.
or you're the product.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? You're either the consumer or the product. And for young people, what do you want to be? Do you want to be somebody that's just entertained by fools, or you have podcasters out there, you have media and online personalities out there that are good for young-minded people.
Mm-hmm.
And it just all depends on what the person chooses to do with their what they want to do with their mind. At the end of the day, I know the what I want to lead down is the right path, which is I want to be as productive as I can be. I'm sometimes I fall into consumerism. I scroll a lot, or I'll be watching TV or whatever have you. But sometimes I feel like some cats I don't think that they're really influenced by what they see. What I think that they see a lot of times is the money, the jewelry, but they don't see how that person got that. They just see it on face value. And that draws them. It's kind of weird how it draws people into a certain mode or a certain way that they have to think and feel. And we'll tell more in time on the brain. We're still learning every day on how the brain affects people in social media and stuff, especially in young kids. But I think people my age should be more mindful on what they do and what they're doing it.
Anybody else? Yep. So my next question is about the online thing, right? I hear a lot of times, I forgot to turn on mute. I hear a lot of times when they talk about, a lot of the women will tease the men and say, "Oh, y'all come on here on the internet to get a validation or seeking information offline from the panels and the social media people." Do you think that young men are, since the social media age is more accessible than to roll up on an OG and start talking, that they're seeking more validation from the online sector rather than getting like actual person to person correction?
I don't think that they're doing it more. I think that young boys, when they go seeking information, they're gonna go seeking information wherever they can find it.
Mm-hmm.
So it just so happens that the internet is now in the palm of your hands. I don't have to leave the house.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't have to go to the barbershop.
Yeah, that's scary. Nah, that's real scary because, man, there's nothing like having those real conversations with real people, man. You can't be inside the house all day thinking that you know the world from the inside. You gotta see people, you gotta interact. You can't.
But it's not even that. Imagine you wake up, you roll over, you grab your phone, open your phone up, you open the ground up. And the first thing you see is a video you never saw before, but dude just start cooking on some Uncle Rick shit. Now he caught your attention.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easy for you to fall into the audience of somebody online versus in person because your phone's in the palm of your hand at all times. You have unlimited access to whatever they provide to you.
But how healthy is that for that person though? Like, you can't tell me that in somebody's mind, if you getting all the knowledge but you don't apply it, you know what I'm saying? That's like, what you learning for?
That's a fact. You have to apply it. You have to apply, but
you can't just
like Mr. Heath said, tongue tied. You can't listen to everybody with a mic. You know what I'm saying? You have to. That's when your discernment as a man has to kick in. But to your point, it don't beat that real live conversation. But also, you got to watch that too, because we just got through from talking about the bozos in the hood that's influencing the young cats, and they might mislead them. So I don't think that one outweighs the other. You know what I'm saying? I think it all goes back to having a father in the home overall. But I don't think that one outweighs the other, because as a young man, you're going to seek information wherever you can find it.
And people, we got my people, my generation, we got to use the internet, and they're using it as a tool and as a way to either get money, get the recognition they want, or however the influence they want to be in this world. That's cool. The biggest thing is just not being degenerates. Is in the space of creating more degenerates. This is how you create more degenerates, is through something like social media. You know what I'm saying? You're not creating more God-fearing. You're not creating more, just discipline-minded or focused. You have that side of the internet, but it's so easy to be influenced negatively. 100%.
You can't necessarily blame that on the internet, because before we had social media, we had MTV and BET.
Mm-hmm.
They had all the sagging our pants and wearing white tees.
Right.
So we was influenced by that. It took a hold on us. That had us in a chokehold. So now that social media is here, it just so happened to be the main source of communication. We can't necessarily put that on that. That's why I said previously, it goes back to having a dad in the home, because the dad is supposed to steer you right. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to have those influences, but you got to be steered right to know how to discern between them.
Agreed.
Trent, brother.
Trent, how you doing over there, man? You got anything you want to chime in? Welcome to the panel, man.
Peace. Y'all already know what it is. Gang shit is over, young, bro. 24/7. Make America
Ready.
gang bang again, bro. MAGA for real.
Let's go. What you got, man? What you got, bro?
So waywardness is waywardness. Same way the mind or the ear inclines to information and intelligence. The ones that seek out grades, the ones that seek out college, the ones that seek out trade, the ones that seek out to become business owners, they seek that shit out. The same as a wayward mind would seek out slackness and debauchery. Same way, same speed, right? We still have to remember, they make their own decisions. You take your kid to school, you drop them off at school, they in there for 6 hours. You could talk to them till you blue in the face. They still gonna go in there, and they still gotta make decisions at every second of the day. Could I be annoying in class? Should I just shut up and be cool? Should I be the class clown today? Should I try to holler at oh girl with the ooh, she wearing them apple bottoms? They make decisions though. They make decisions constantly. And we can't say just because they're young. No, they comprehend. They're not dumb. As much as they act dumb, they not dumb. I've seen, even before the social media shit, we're talking about back in the G, right? I know dudes that cannot really put sentences together on paper. Could talk something out their drawers though, and could do maths in their head fast as fuck when it comes to that fast money. They're not dumb. They just behave dumb and make dumb decisions. They're inclined to dumb shit. Then you get dumb results.
Yeah. Brother?
Shout out to all the fellas. I appreciate all of y'all's chime in. What I would piggyback off of is what Cam said. It's two types of people on the internet, he said. And I was kind of taught to look at as two type of people in the world. Like everywhere I go. It's people who pour drinks, it's people who buy drinks. It's people who make content, it's people who buy content, it's consumers and it's sellers. Like it's two type of people in the world, and you got to look at yourself and see which one you want to be in this scenario. Every particular scenario, which one do you want to be? You want to be the person that is, you know what I mean, capitalize or consumer. So, it's the question is on you. But I think again, you can get something from everywhere if you just kind of be easy and absorb the information. And I just think that's all the course of all men is to absorb the information, but it's just a road for me. And you guys can tell me I'm headed in the right direction or not, but y'all don't dictate my road. I dictate my road. I'm walking this road myself. And then I see other men that I admire and trend be like, yeah, bro, you headed the right way. You good to your wife, devoted to your family. Yeah, you're doing the right thing. Or I see brothers like Jeremy like, nah, bro, I wouldn't do that. You talking about getting a side chick? Nah, man, that's not. And then I just take that information and I continue on my journey as a man, but I don't let them dictate, or you know what I mean? So I think it's those type of men. You got to look. If they're looking, I say this all the time, for people to tell me about my relationship versus me and my girl looking at it like it's us against everybody else out there, I think that's the determining factor right there. Like, I love y'all, but I'm not going to let y'all tell me how to rock over here with what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So I think it's that, you know, you got to have that self-love and that guidance, and know you got some elders and a foundation and all of those things that we talk about that they say don't make no sense. But if you put them all together, the pieces in the right place, you be good.
Double tap. You said self-love, and we could turn around today and see by the actions there's a lot of love missing. There's a lot of self-love, because if you love yourself, you end up respecting yourself. These things come with self-awareness. So when you love yourself, you respect yourself, you automatically have respect for this person. At the bare minimum respect. 10 fingers, 10 toes, 2 eyes, 1 nose. Right? Simple, basic respect for life. Being a sentient being.
Okay. So staying with the let's talk about hypocrisy. So I've been hearing from the YNs, one of the reasons why they don't want to listen to the OGs is because y'all guys are hypocrites. And tying the social media into it, they're saying that with the social media age, you can't hide your hypocrisy because they're going to find out. You know, or Facebook or Twitter, whatever. So is hypocrisy one of the reasons why you young men do not want to listen to the OGs? Homie, Cam?
Facts. You can see that when you look at the celebrities, look at the rappers and stuff. You know, I think this level of social media was the worst thing to happen to them, because they done lost a lot of respect. Being a Siegel getting knocked out. You know what I'm saying? The shit that happened with the Hot Boys, BG and OG murder, and the OGs is not looking so hot when it comes to the modern day access that they give.
They don't look so big and bad now. Like they, you know, motherfuckers, you thought that they was bigger than God, probably for some people. Like, bro, like whole time they human.
Right.
You know
I used to think Joel Santana was the man.
You know what I'm saying?
Then I'm just looking like, my nigga, like, you ain't. You hear me?
Yeah,
regular.
He's not regular.
So then why do some older men act perfect instead of being transparent? Because that is the complaint. The complaint is that when OGs are talking with you guys and trying to give you game or tell you something about life, they come off as their life is so perfect, everything is lined up, and they have no flaws. So along with this question, why do some older men act perfect instead of being transparent? And add this along with it too. Does hiding failure make older men look wise or fake?
ISO. Because they still out here peacocking, trying to get the same thing you trying to get. Let's keep it 100, y'all. Come on, let's do for real. Let's have a real talk, all right? They want the same thing you want. And what make a man act a fool? The potential of getting something. Let's just keep it 100. The potential of getting some. So he will make you look like a fool in front of potential just so that he can peacock. He gonna pretend like he better than what he is. And then when that opposition come back around, he not gonna admit that he was wrong. That's when you were wrong. Oh, you didn't listen. No, you said do it this way. No. That's what's really going on. You still in competition. Why would I help you if I don't see you as being on my team? You're not on my team. This team me. Everybody knows somebody. Okay, I see you, home. Everybody knows somebody who you would think, hey man, if they just said one good word about me, I have that position. Or they just said one good word about me, I'll be able to do this. And they ain't got nothing against you, but they ain't gonna do it. And that's the reason why. They see you as competition. Most older men are fearful of younger. If we just gonna keep it 100. Because they don't have the wisdom, they don't have the expertise, but they see that you over here and you can do all this stuff. The same thing that take them 2 days to do, you can do it in half a day and still shoot better game. So what we talking about if we gonna keep it 100?
So
You know what?
Always about the game thing. I'm sorry, like
I hate to tell you this.
Because what I'm asking is, even okay, for example, you know how when the married guys are up here talking about being married, right? You know, and having, you know, wives and children and stuff. I hear, and you know, you guys get, because Mr. He said, get a lot too from the younger guys, you know, when he's talking about the marriage and the family and stuff like that. And the complaint a lot online is, oh, nobody's being transparent. But when you be transparent, then they look at you as being self-righteous or trying to be perfect or whatever. So sometimes it's confusing to me. So what do you guys think about that?
I don't think that's what it is. I see some elements of what Jeremy's talking about, because I remember at a Mardi Gras parade, my daddy kept tapping me saying, "Oh, you just don't know what I'd do if I was your age again." So I could kind of see where he coming from with that, right? But majorly, I think it's them preserving the image they have in your eyes.
Oh,
They have to preserve the image, like especially if it's like a family member.
Okay.
Because the older you get, you start to look at your family member through different lenses. You don't look at mom and daddy the same way you did when you was 5 years old. Then when you get 14, you look at them different. Then once you make 20, you look at them. Then once you make 30, because you start to learn who they truly are. You learn them as your parents at first, but now you're learning them, the person, their first name, them as a person. And sometimes you learn stuff about your family members that they didn't want you to know. And that'll kind of contradict some of the messaging and advice they would give you. Right? So it's like if you had one family member that told you never do X, Y, Z, and you find out this motherfucker used to rob banks back in his heyday.
He did this so you wouldn't have to do that, homie.
Right.
Let me add.
I mean, if you put it like that,
right, exactly. He did it so you wouldn't have to do it. Right.
That was good.
They might not like my answer because homie just actually brought a lot of clarity to it for me. I think there's a certain divinity in it.
Okay.
Take it how you want, but divine, like deity, however. But when they hear this harmonious, this positive marriage, like you got a union that's positive and productive, that sounds too divine. Do me a favor. Come back down to a human with me. Tell me about the bad stuff in your marriage. You starting to look a little divine to them, and they want you to be more human like them or more demonic, whichever the word they want to choose to describe it. But if they don't want to accept that, when that's the information that you're putting forth, and again, especially for us as sophisticated as we are, we know every relationship is a roller coaster, and ain't nobody got no perfect marriage, and you got ups and downs with everybody. This is all stuff we know. So why we gotta tell you specifically what happened? If anything happened, what if nothing ever happened? Now you really mad? It ain't happened.
Right.
That's what intention is. No, I never cheated on her. No, she never cheated on me, because I would be losing a good thing. That's the thing about having a good thing. You don't want to lose it. So just looking at it like that, again, it takes a certain maturity. It takes a certain humility. And some people don't got it. So they just ask you to, come down to Demon World with me. That's what I hear.
So Cam, from what Mr. He said, right? So are when you hear like, positive and my marriage is this, marriage is that, and are the young people actually seeking to hear failure, or they're taking their word or their example face value? Because for example, a lot of times when they're having these conversations on these podcast films and stuff, and it basically is against the young people against the old people, right? And we're going to use marriage and relationships as the example.
Right.
They always like, if Mr. He said, my wife never did this, my wife doesn't talk back to me, my wife doesn't do this, and they were like, oh man, you lying, I know you lying, they it's like they're looking for
a flaw.
Right.
Yeah, they're looking for a flaw.
That thing.
When the whole time in the relationship, you're gonna have your flaws, and the reason why they want to know is a connection thing. They want to know that is what we're going through normal.
Okay.
Is this something that is like everybody else? I mean, man, you know what? I heard this a long time ago. It's like pictures. When people take pictures, it's the most picture perfect moment, but you don't know what's really going on with the people behind the picture. You know what I mean? It looks good, but the whole time they might be going through a whole bunch, but they make it look good. It's not bad for young people that want to reach out and want to see where the failures are, because maybe they want to be prepared for the failure. That's what wisdom is. You learn from other people. You learn so that way you don't fall down you don't have to go through that same battle. So it's not a bad thing.
I get that. No, I get that. But here's what I want to build on. You use the example of a picture, and like you said, you don't know what's going on behind that picture. Again, we come from different generations. My generation, we think a picture captures a moment. We never can know what's going on in those people's house, but they went to Great Adventures and they took this picture at Great Adventures. So guess what? We're going to take it as them having a good day at Great Adventures. Now, if I want to know something deeper about that couple, how about I go to that husband and be like, yo, man, how is it being a husband to her? And what is it like being a husband? And then I get that information from that OG, that married man. But again, when I speak to the selfishness, when I try to make an observation based on a picture and then say, I don't know what's going on in the house besides, that's me now, like sitting them on this psychoanalytical couch. And I'm going to be Tony Soprano's therapist and psychoanalyze y'all relationship off of a picture. That seems more about me than it does about their relationship. What do you think?
I have a question though. Are you gonna have the same? It just depends. Are you gonna have the same answer with that man with the wife there, or when she's not there? Because he might give you two different answers when she's there and when she's not there.
Right, but again, all I can do is take his information. I'm the husband, and I'm a husband in training, so I'm not going off of her. I need his information, and then again, I take it and I do with it what I will. I'm gonna listen to some stuff, and I'm gonna throw some stuff away that he say. You know what I mean? I see the dynamic that they have in her relationship, and is going to be for some young lady that comes to her and asks her about how to be a wife. What do you think about that?
This is how I see it. I see it like, when the wife is around, man, I love my wife. There's nothing going on, man. We are very good together, huh? I low-key hate this bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay. You never know. You know what I'm saying?
So he's a liar. So he's a liar.
Shit. Man.
So again, I'm gonna see those traits in him, Cam. If he's an OG in my neighborhood, whether it's on the corner and he talking about sports and he putting 100 on 10, or he lying in the park when we on the court, I'm gonna see those traits. And again, I'm gonna take what I need. I know he's putting 100 on 10. He really don't love her like that, but it's the union. It's the the duty, the honor, the respect, I'm gonna pull from and say, all right, they do what they supposed to do, and I'm gonna love my wife a little bit different from, you know what I mean, his lying ass. And that's what's gonna be my answer to Sis's question about the hypocrisy. Hypocrisy is the absence of integrity, because integrity is doing the right thing when nobody's looking. So if you telling me you doing the right thing when nobody looking, but you actually not, again, like that's what I see in a man. Like, you have no integrity. It's not about your weight, sir. It's about your discipline. It's these things. It speaks to something else. So when we, you know, kind of think that it's just the surface kind of gives us insight to what we're dealing with. We just got to kind of read the signs.
So it goes into the a question I was going to put in the chat. So should a man with a broken home, bad relationships, divorce, left his kids, you know, a Pookie or Ray Ray, should he be able to mentor other men, or should he just lead by, you know, his mistakes? Don't do as I do.
Can I answer that?
Yes, go ahead.
So remember we was talking about you got some loser people out here that really misguide people. It depends on what he's talking about. It depends on what the conversation he wants to carry. If that man wants to be transparent, right? Not act perfect. Hey, this is what I did wrong. I'm laying it all out there. I'm an open book. I rock with that all day because you're showing that you learned from your mistake, and you don't want nobody to follow down the path that you went down. That's something I can respect.
Okay. What about you, homie?
I agree with what Cam just said. When you say mentor, I say no to mentor.
Mentor, give advice, you know.
When I hear the word mentor, that encompasses more than just,
that's,
you know,
you like studying under a person, like you.
Exactly.
Everything.
So I say no to mentor, but what Cam described, yeah, if you're gonna tell me your mistakes to help me from going in that direction, so that I could have a little bit of a precog when things come. Yeah. I think they should do that. I think that's all they should be able to do in that field, in regards to that. Tell me what you did so we don't do that shit. How did it work out for you?
But a lot of times, what happens is in these conversations, when men be transparent, they get shamed or well, you can't tell me what to do because you just such that. So somebody has an echo. So
My son washing dishes.
how do y'all handle that? Like, you know what I mean? Because sometimes men will come up and say, "Well, I did have a failed marriage, right? Or I used to be a cheater, right?" And then so I'm trying to tell you what not to do to get into that. And the first thing the young people will say is, "Well, you can't tell me that because you divorced. I can't tell you that first." So
it's all about how you present it. Like the analogy Fatty used a while ago with Cheyenne Ryan. If you come with this pompous like attitude, I'm better than you, listen to me, I'm, you know, this guy-like mentality, nobody's not going to listen to you unless you bear results. So if you come in with a failed story, but you have your chest poked out with arrogance, nobody's going to listen to you.
So what does that look like? What does that sound like? Because I've seen men be transparent and not, you know, prideful, and they still get the same results as far as like, how can you tell me anything? Because how can you tell me about marriage and how, you know, how to treat a woman when you couldn't keep your own?
Well, respectfully,
let me push back on
every
that for a
book.
second. Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Go, Jay, you can go.
Every book ain't for everybody. I don't have to read a book on how not to sell crack. I have no intention of ever selling crack.
Right.
So how that book gonna help me besides being a paperweight?
Okay.
Wait a minute.
And some people just not for you. And that's discernment. We used the word divinity earlier. And divinity because I had to look it up because brother, he said hit me with a gem, so I had to look it up. And it's purpose from distraction. You have your own divinity within yourself too. And if somebody's going to cause a distraction and you have the discernment to not have to deal with it, if it never crossed your mind to cheat on your wife or to cheat on somebody that you want to be with, why would you listen to the story of, yeah, this girl was at the club and she looked good and I took her home, man, and she did that, she did that thing, man. But then it messed up my family. Don't do that. Now that I'm planted the seed in your mind, like why are we even reading this book?
But y'all wanted to be transparent, right?
But that's why I said they shouldn't be mentors, right? But if you're gonna tell me what not to do, so I can know how this story ends, if I decide that, okay, well now I know how this can end. Because you didn't have to read a book on why you shouldn't sell crack, but you saw in real time why you shouldn't.
Right. Yeah.
I think that's very simple-minded. If you let a story of somebody cheat on their wife, let that affect you to cheat on your wife. You gotta be very simple-minded. Let that shit happen. Like that don't mean nothing. You gotta be simple-minded. Let that.
We had people stack crates up and walk on top of them because they saw somebody else do it.
Right. Yeah.
We're not dealing with the smartest people.
So the onus on people that's receiving, right? So it's the person that's supposed to be receiving it. It has the bulk of the responsibility of what they're absorbing, not the people that's dishing it out. It's the person that's receiving it, right?
Say that again.
It's the person that's receiving is responsible for what they are letting into their brain or in their, what they're absorbing. And so they can't base their failure or what they do on what they've heard, but because they took it in, it's their fault, right? They can't blame.
Nuances to that. I don't think it's black and white.
I mean, I can't blame Trend. If I go, Trend says, I touched that stove one time, I got burned, but it got better and everything. But don't touch the stove. But so then I just go ahead and touch the stove anyway. I can't blame Trend for it because he already said that I shouldn't touch it, even though he already.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Did I lose you? I'm sorry.
No.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
I just think like we gotta. It's a scale to it. It's a. I don't even know if a spectrum is the right word, but like you got very simple-minded people and you got intelligent people. Like you got people that just think they live day by day. I'm gonna go to the store. I'm gonna give me a beer. I'm gonna make a couple dollars big, a couple dollars. I'm just gonna drink my beer all day right in the corner. You know what I'm saying? And that's one track minded. You know what I'm saying? And like Jeremy said, you had people who were influenced by people stacking crates.
Right.
Simple-minded, very simple-minded. It looks funny. I'm laughing my ass off at them dumb ass motherfuckers for even doing that shit in the first place. I think it's funny. Right. Am I gonna do it? Hell no, I ain't gonna do that shit. But it's funny.
Yeah.
So you gotta take what you gotta take. I don't know. People be simple-minded. They can't think outside.
Whose fault is it that they're simple-minded and incline themselves to bullshit?
Now that goes back to how somebody was raised. What my boy homie said, hey, was the father around? Was the father around? I know my dad was around for most of my life. So one thing he gave me, if he ain't give me no money, my father gave me words of wisdom. And I take that and I roll with it.
So you made your decision for you in your life?
Yeah, I have.
The same way I make mine? The same way Magneto make his? Jay make his? Algiris make his? Red make hers? At a certain point, you can't keep looking in the back of you trying to get ahead. My daddy wasn't there. Fuck him. Mama wasn't shit. Fuck her.
True.
I'm it's so much excuse. It's so
my mama
many.
She's a
My
saint.
mama?
She ain't never did nothing to nobody. That's crazy.
Catch it straight.
Damn, Trey.
Me. I'm about to call my mama right now.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
still waiting
Smoke
for everybody
show.
slide for Jesus, right? Ain't nobody slid for Jesus yet.
Trey, you got to slide for Jesus right now, Trey. What's going on?
Oh shit.
Go ahead and finish your point.
It's just excuses after excuses, though. People go through orphanages, bro, and figure it out. People go through all types of shit and figure it out. Sometime along this road, you have to grab your pants, pull them shits up, put on your boots, put on your hard hat, and get to work. That's just it. At 35, you can't be saying, well, you know, my dad had left my mother, right? And then she left me in front of the fire station, right? Who the fuck you think cares? Don't nobody care. Don't nobody care. They make the decisions, bro. A lot of people are making decisions out here and turning around and crying about their own decision making and them reaping what they sowing. Stop. You can't live your life like that.
But how do y'all think? How do y'all think people came with their conclusions to their decisions? Like, what made them lead up to these decisions that they made? You know what I'm saying? It does go back to something.
Them. At a certain point, when you are young, fair enough. You subjected, right? You susceptible as fuck to adults being around you, being in these people's house and how they get down. At a certain point, all that shit go out the door. I get it. Your mind fucked up? Go sit on somebody's couch. You depressed? You might need a pillow or two. You anxious? You might need a pillow or two. But start the self-healing process, though. Don't let that shit hold you back. Don't let that shit be the reason why you anchored in one spot in life and can't rotate and roll around. No, it didn't go like that, though.
I'm gonna be transparent. I'm gonna ask you a question directly, Cam. The moment when I knew that it was all on me is when I actively decided to be broke. And let me explain. I was in college, and up until that point, whenever I ran out of money, who I called? Mom. Mama, can you send me some money? Mama, can you send me some money? Mama, can you send me some money? And guess what? She sent it too. She would. But I remember she had sent me some money, and she said, okay, look, this I'm sending you some money, but you know, come on now, like, what we doing? And I ran out. And I sat there and I said, I know if I call my mom, she's gonna send me some money regardless. Because that's my mama. She's proven the track record, right? And I actively said, no, I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna figure this out.
Right.
That's when everything became I was mentally clear and understood, okay, this is my life. This ain't mama's life. This ain't wherever dad is life. This ain't my friends' life. This is my life. And right now, I need to figure out how to make some money without going to jail. Just keep it 100. That was my awakening moment. Now, for some people, it might be much earlier, but that's just me being honest. That's when it all made sense. It is on me. And that's when my little slogan came into being. At the end of the day, it's always you versus you. Doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. Make sure you're doing what you can to take care of yourself and the people that you care about. And that's when I was able to start sending money back to her because I got a job. I became RA. I didn't even know you could work at school because I never looked. And that was my moment. So,
like that.
Yes, indeed. I hear you. Salute to you.
So the next segment is they don't want to listen to y'all because they think that what y'all have to say is outdated. It doesn't fit the times. Y'all know what y'all talking about.
Man.
Let's listen to my clip.
These though, for real. All the OGs are dead or locked up. No, these young niggas don't want to listen. They gonna do what the fuck they want to do. They don't listen to them OGs. I'm talking about learning and soaking up game from OGs.
Yeah.
I can name a bunch of them right now, but I ain't gonna put their names out there.
Mm-hmm.
But me, yeah, I was around, man. I was raised by OGs. So everything that I was doing, and I was getting locked up, nigga. That's why I learned. Don't no player get locked up from the OG. They have different plans. They don't care.
They'll shoot your ass. Come here, men over 35. Let me holler at you. You know, I got a glimpse at why some of these young men don't respect older men, elders, recently. I was listening to a conversation, and basically an older gentleman was giving a younger man outdated advice. We have a duty to the younger men to do more than just grow old. We do need to understand why they do what they do, why they think the way they think, why they feel the way they feel, or at the very least, when they talk to us and ask us for advice, we need to be man enough and admit we don't know if that's the case and try to get to the bottom of the situation. But it's not 1970, it's not 1990, it's 2023. And as always, never lose the will to win, never lose the will to survive, and guide the youth in the right direction.
So y'all don't know what you're talking about because it's not, 1975. Y'all can't,
That's subjective. It depends on what type of advice is being given. Now, I've had moments where that has applied, where some of my older uncles will tell me something, nah, you can't. I see where you're coming from, but that's not gonna work today. They ain't working like that. So it's subjective, but overall, I don't think that's the case.
Let me finish the clip and then we can get in the conversation.
Hey, don't listen to no old nigga that remind you of a young nigga. Any old nigga that be outside, I'm talking about late 40s. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to have a family, a wife, settle down, you know what I'm saying? You supposed to be waking up early, cutting grass, starting projects, building stuff, laying concrete, just, you know what I'm saying? Building fences, just, old dude stuff. But if he one of these young niggas that like to be outside.
First of all, is that old dude stuff? Wait a minute.
I'm mad that you called out my whole weekend right now. Like
all of that stuff. Everything he said, I do. Everything.
I just put some concrete on my
concrete. Oh my goodness.
I knew that shit had an age limit on. I thought it was just man shit.
My OG too then.
Nah, you got an age limit on it, and it's a beautiful thing to get to that age. I'm not gonna lie.
Yep. You know what?
To do it? He's saying if you that age, this is what you do.
Right.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So
I mean, but I think the difference is looking forward to it. I look forward to all of that shit he named on there.
But he not
you know
wrong.
what I mean? Like,
he wasn't wrong. When you get to that age, that is what you do. You got a family. You take care of the household. You keep the grass cut. You teach your son. That is what you do. He wasn't wrong. Because he started off by saying, if you see an old nigga that's acting like a young nigga or dressed like a young nigga, don't trust him. This is what you supposed to be. Yeah, you is supposed to be doing that. You ain't supposed to be wearing skinny jeans and you heard me, all that extra shit. These big Super Mario shoes. These kids wearing and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Yeah, I got so excited when Ricky did that stream and told me what I need to put on my grass.
Let's go. See, looking good. Looking good. Looking good.
Yes.
Okay, wait, we almost done. Hold on.
Skinny jeans, trying to dress like the young nigga. Don't listen to him. He has no good advice for you. He still be like woman and woman, like out here trying to be a player. Don't listen to that nigga, man.
You don't get to judge a 40-year-old when you 20. Because when you get 40 and you're in a relationship you're unhappy with, and you look in the mirror and you see your skin start to wrinkle, and your money ain't where it wants to be, and you got children who you don't live with because your relationships have broken up. Once you go through life, then you can judge. But until then, keep your mouth closed.
All right, guys. Outdated information. And can the YNs judge the OGs? That is the question. All right. First question. Do older men truly understand what young men are facing today? Or are they comparing trauma instead of translating wisdom? Do they really understand the young men today? So I guess we should have the OGs answer this question first. Do y'all really understand what the young men are going through today? Because you know what we hear, like when the men be talking about like finding a woman and stuff like that, and the young men be giving them pushback because they be like, "No, OG, the women ain't like how it was back then." Or no, it's not the dating market. It's not like how it was. You lucky to find your woman. What do y'all think about that? Do y'all understand where the young men are?
Jeremy, you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I mean, I can go if you want.
No.
I don't claim to know what your struggle is, but I pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
I don't sit here and pretend like I understand what the dating market is like because I'm not dating. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But I know what I like. I know who I have, and I try to be as transparent as possible to people that I truly think that I have qualified as people who are going to listen. Right?
Mm-hmm.
There's conversation that me and Camden had that ain't nobody else gonna have. And that's because I pre-qualified him just like he pre-qualified me. So when we have these real conversations, even though they might have some jokes in between, he knows I'm serious because he asked the question that was worth answering. Sometimes I give him information that he didn't ask for, and he do what he want with it. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not him. But if he has a problem, or if I can identify something that can be a problem that he might not see along the way, because I'm only 35, right? But to him, I'm unk. So some of this stuff that I see that might happen, I'm not gonna straight up here and tell you, hey, no, you don't need to do that unless he asks. But I'll be like, hey, man, do what you want to do, but
Can I expand on that question? outside of social media, though, what is a problem that you see in the YNs? Like, is there a certain thing? Is it like, I don't know, like could it be like that we're not as trusting, or we don't put forth effort, or we lazy? Like what?
Oh, I love you, Kim, because that was going to be the
No, I really got that question. Like,
that was going to be the next question. Is it that they are rejecting advice or the blueprint from the OGs, right? Do we think it's because they outdated, it's broken, or is it the fact that they're just lazy to just follow it?
I found that most are too lazy.
Mm.
This man here that's on the string with us is an exception, because there have been 4 before him and there were 3 after him. And I'm not lying. So when I say that he qualified and he wanted to know answers,
mm-hmm.
and he took correction when needed sometimes, even though I try my best not to be his dad or nothing like that, because I'm not his dad, right? But he wanted the information.
Right.
And some just want a handout. He don't want no handout.
Mm-hmm.
If I could tell you how I met him and where he is right now, all y'all would be like, yeah, he got it. If I could sit down and tell you the tough decisions he made that most men my age and older would have just buckled and just stayed in that situation, but he made that decision and it turned out and worked out in his favor. Come on. And that's the thing. We have to find people that we can actually pour into and stop expecting to be Mr. Save Everybody. Some people don't want to be saved. Some people want a handout. Some people just want you to do it for them. And that's the difference. Now we can go into were they raised with their mama, whatever. Right. But at the end of the day, like Ricky said, hey, that don't have nothing to do with me. I'm taking care of mine, and if you want my help, then I'm gonna tell you. But I'm not gonna be stressed out if you don't do what I'm asking you to do.
Right.
Get them, Jeremy. Get them, young motherfuckers.
So
my answer is slightly different. I'm sorry, sis. You got something?
I'm sorry. I was going to say what Jeremy was just saying. Is it the laziness or the sense of entitlement? Because I've noticed that the young people they feel entitled with it.
I had a young man that
was like, oh,
answer. Yep. And they both encompass my answer. My answer is the lack of humility. But my overall answer is the game don't change. Players do. Not gonna lie, game don't change though. This is how, again, they're being a little disingenuous and insensitive because some OGs got the game and the game don't change. Think of Monopoly. Just Monopoly for my example. Monopoly got so many different ones. You got Lady Monopoly, New York Monopoly, New Orleans Monopoly, but the game don't change. You might get a little more or a little less for pass and go, and it might have one or two rules that are different, but it's still the same game. And I don't think this is any different. And they lack humility, no different than the ladies that they chase after. They don't have the consideration to listen to somebody. They do have the expectations. They are judging. They only listening to people who got money and who say pow, 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 pow on songs and shit. Like girls with big booties that are usually manufactured, big old breasts that charge them for everything. Like we know what they're listening to. They choose to listen to what they want. And it's that lack of humility. They are not saying, you know what, I want to be a good man for a woman. Like that's all marriage is. And that's been the answer to everything we've been saying tonight is marriage. I hate to break it to y'all. And it ain't all this stuff that y'all try to crack it up to be. It's about me being an inspiration to another young man saying, damn, that man love his wife. He devoted to his family. He go to work every day. Like, he a cool dude. You know what? If I get me a lady, I'm be like that. She's an inspiration to a younger woman. Damn, she's into her man. He love her. He be taking her on dates. When I get me a man, I want him to love up on me like that. What's wrong with inspiring people? Again, y'all run down on us and be like, tell us about some bad shit that happened. Like, that's crazy. How about take the inspiration, find somebody that you want to be good to and be good to that person. And that's why me and Ricky just be like, y'all just don't want to be good to nobody. If you can't step to her and say, I ain't on no bullshit, you want some bullshit.
I cannot. So can we say, are young men using times change as an excuse to just reject discipline and structure? They're using that as the excuse. Oh, times change just because they want to, they are rejecting discipline.
I don't even understand what that means.
It don't mean nothing. Money's the same. We still use money.
You still gotta go to work. You still gotta put in the effort. You still gotta learn your craft. You still gotta do what you gotta do.
The same. They just might mean something different, but it's what has changed really. Other than technology,
it's still monopoly.
Yeah, I don't think that term is being used to reject discipline because discipline is forever existing. Like the results you get from it. Yeah. So even if times change, discipline will still be will still establish the results that it will establish no matter what era that you're in.
Well,
right.
That's the point. They're rejecting it all and using times change as the excuse to reject the discipline, to reject the blueprint, to reject the advice or instructions or directions to get where they want to go. So they use, oh man, times change. They ain't like that.
Well, unless you say like I think that's change where people just can be lazy now because everything's automated. You know what I'm saying? If you want to say look at it like that, but
that's a good segue and entitlement too, just like you said before. Because the example I was going to give that there was a young man that was working with us as a temp agent, and I told him, I said, okay, you gotta be on time, 60 days. You can do what you need to do in 60 days. I'll do everything in my power to try to get you an actual job here. 2 days later, he walked in there to the manager while the manager is doing paper, like for people's pay. And he's like, hey, man, I'm trying to get a job, man. You gonna put me on, bro? I'm like, bro, you ain't even been here a whole week. One, he don't know you.
Right.
Two, he doing payroll. And three, you just walked in here like he know you.
No
Like,
class.
Yeah, exactly. You want that fast track. You're entitled. And you just think that because you here and you did a couple good days of work, that entitle you to a job. That's not how it works. So I agree.
You know
with
something? That's a good example. Like just how like women had etiquette training, like that example you gave of how he conducted himself. I think that young dudes need some type of etiquette training as it regards to this is how men of a certain caliber engage with other men of a certain caliber. If you're gonna be this type of person, you have to learn how to move this type of way.
It exists.
It does. And if I literally tell you how you need to move and you decide to move another way, I got to turn to Uncle Ricky now. You got it.
I
You
guess
good.
somebody else made their own decision. Oh,
Yep.
wow. Look at this. Decision.
Yeah.
All the time.
Just Elf your man, his mama, right?
On the game.
Lord Jesus, mama again.
Mama.
Y'all gonna leave mama alone, mama. I'm gonna get them off you, mama. Get off.
Not
Mama.
mother dearest.
Mommy.
Mother.
What is wrong with y'all? Oh, I got a mama clip. Oh, listen to this one. What is that? It's so funny. I want y'all to hear what she has to say. Is this one right here?
Oh, to answer the question, right?
Oh, I was about to be funny, Trent. Hold on, wait a minute.
Go.
I think it's this one.
These women need to get their shit together. These mothers need to wake the fuck up because they blind and they damn sleep and they putting these girls to sleep with the shit they do.
Y'all mothers better get it together. God damn it.
Get together, mom. I'm just playing my mother.
Go ahead, Trent.
To answer the question directly, we do understand what they're going through.
Okay.
Because we once were their age. I'm not even an OG. But you see when Magneto and Jay and them old heads start talking, you see what I do?
Right.
Soak it up.
Mm-hmm.
That's just it. A lot of game is given for free, dog. Like I said, people incline themselves to bullshit, so they listen to bullshit. We do all this positive conversation up here and all this building amongst each other, and hopefully it catches the ear of somebody that's needing to hear it, right?
Yeah.
You know what sometimes I do? I go on IG and watch Framework just walking around the streets. Because why? That's what I want to do at the time. I just want to watch fat shit walk down the street bubbling and jiggling. That's what I want to do. That's it.
Oh man.
I made a decision. I felt like watching some crazy shit. Cool enough.
Mm-hmm.
I watch people fight sometimes. Cool enough. But that's just what I do in the moment.
Right.
It's harmless. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody making decisions, bro. Everybody making decisions. Bro. When you want to hear, it's just like when, perfect example. You live a life of sin 10 years. Cops catch up with you. Lord, I promise I ain't gonna do it again. You ain't said Lord, God, Father in decades.
Right.
But for some reason now you know God, and God's supposed to know you. Come on with the game, dog. It don't work like that. God busy, you heard?
Mm-hmm. Okay. We almost finished. It wasn't a long stream tonight, but I have some questions. Young guys, I have a question for you guys. What kind of advice do old men give that you think is useless? What kind of advice do old men give that feels useless? And I'll
Just
probably
let her have her way.
everybody can answer that.
Just let her have her way.
Why do you think that's useless?
Because you're not fixing the issue. You're not creating anything positive to pass down. You're not living in peace. You're constantly frustrated. You're uncomfortable. Right? And then you pass that behavior down and those traits down, whether you have a daughter or a son, and it just continues the cycle that's frustrating you that you've learned to cope with and accept. Right? That's one of the things, because I feel like we wouldn't have gotten to this point if not for some of that bad advice. Right? Some of that bad advice.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good one.
All right, Kim, what advice you think is useless?
When I hear it, I know it. When I hear it, I know it.
Let's go, Cam.
Off the top, I can't really think of anything right now. I don't know. My mind's going blank. I'm drawing blanks.
Oh wait, hold on, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh damn!
Dang.
I was asleep, man. I was up for like 20, 30 hours or something like that, and I had to take a nap.
Damn. Yeah, get some rest, bro. Get some rest.
Hey, you excused for right now. Shout out to the CEO in the house.
Yo, bro.
Yes.
CEO.
Yes.
Kim, I got one for you. What do you think about happy wife, happy life?
Nah,
stop stealing my answers, sis. You stole my answer.
It just
crazy.
What do I think of that?
No, I was talking to Kim.
Oh.
You last. Go.
Nah, it's got to be. You can't just give up that easy, especially in a relationship. You can't show that weakness. It's not gonna be perfect. It's gonna be back and forth, and that's why you find middle ground. You know, you can't just. Nah, I don't agree with that.
Trent, what kind of advice do older men give that feels useless?
That's a hard one. I don't think the older men that I talk to give useless advice, to be honest.
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
Yeah, they don't give useless advice.
Mm-hmm.
It might not apply directly today, but it's gonna apply sometime. Just like I keep telling you, my granny words keep spinning in my head sometimes. She told me that when I was a youth. She ain't tell me that yesterday.
Right.
You know?
All right. Jeremy.
At some point, you got to stop trying and just be okay with where you at.
Why is that useless?
It's not true.
Mm-hmm.
It's simply not true. And I heard that in the military. So it's like, no, that's not true. What I'm learning right now is that the beautiful thing about life, honestly, married life, single life, whatever, is that there's always opportunity to put something in motion, but you have to be willing to have a plan and stick to it. That's it. There is no mystical thing about being successful. It's get a plan, stick to it. Oh, that part didn't work. Adjust. Get back on the plan. Not throw the plan away. Adjust the plan.
Yeah, stay consistent.
If you need to get a degree, you haven't went to college and you need a degree to get a next level to the job, then you figure out how to get that degree. Whether that be community college, whether it be online, you can get a bachelor's degree online now. Do you even need that? Do you need a certification for Google? Figure it out, but keep moving forward. And I'm not just talking, I'm actually doing this. I'm trying to do something else myself. you make the plan and you keep going. The only time that you can't is when you stop. And when you stop, you lose the momentum. So now you're holding the weight of expectation and the fear of failure uphill. Good luck with that. Yeah. That's one thing.
Okay.
Well said, bro. Well,
Bars.
Your turn, brother.
Yeah, it's I'll piggyback off you. It's the happy wife, happy life. Only because they didn't give the context that's just a byproduct of a happy house.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And not having that context, a lot of men were led astray.
Mm.
So that was just something that never, registered with me. I'm like, nah, that just don't sit right. But again, respectfully, I just kept it, you know what I mean? Tucked it away. And I know that I was going to kind of steer my ship in a slightly different way. But, that was the one thing.
Okay, latecomer, CEO. What kind of advice do older men give that feels useless?
I don't think any is useless, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think what happens is the younger men haven't gone through it and they couldn't apply it through anything they experienced yet, right? Like brother here said, he's hanging on to words that his grandmother told him he was a kid. He probably didn't understand it until he went through it and was like, that's what she meant by that. Even now, my brother, he just turned 17, right? And he's telling me stuff that he said, yo, bro, you was right. I said, what you talking about? Yo, remember when you told me at 12, He's like, oh, yeah. He said, yeah, you were right about that. I'm starting to see it now. And so I don't think none of the advice is useless. They just got to listen and wait for the applause.
Okay. So my next question is, what advice from your generation that still works today? What advice from your generation still works today?
Time reveals all.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Take a look. It's in a book, Reading Rainbow.
Yes, indeed.
God damn. Shout out to the Reading Rainbow.
That was good.
When somebody show you who they really are, believe them.
That's a
Maya
good.
Angelou. Good job, brother.
Okay. Trent.
Yes, indeed.
don't never envy nobody because you never know what they did together.
That's a real good.
Ooh, that's good.
What advice from your generation that still works? Oh, you 25. What advice you got? Let me stop.
Yeah, that's not a good one. That can apply just yet. We're gonna figure it out though. It's gonna be something for the next generation.
Right.
We'll figure it out though.
His generation is YOLO.
Nah, shit.
Can I adjust the question for him, Red?
Go ahead.
All right, let's ask this question then. What is something that you now know that works?
Okay, that's good.
Man, what a question. What I know. Whew, I really gotta dig in with that one, Jeremy. We gotta
Just think about your professional life and your life.
Yeah.
Like what you have said you wanted to do and what you have accomplished. How did you do it?
Man, I just did it. I put my best foot forward. Honestly, it's an intuition thing for me, you know.
And what does putting your best foot forward using intuition mean?
For me, it means everything. I mean, for me, it's like it's just how I'm already deep rooted with what my knowledge is, and I like what I know and how I walk by my faith. It just merges, and I just jump off that cliff, bro. It's like I know that I'm smart enough to comprehend a lot of things. So I feel like there's no fear of learning. There's no fear of what's ahead, because I feel like what I've already been through and what I've already learned can lead me further down. You know, that's it's like you said, like what we were talking about earlier. What you said, what you learned, you learned in the military, Jeremy. You said, you know, better to be. I heard complacent. I don't know why, but you were like, hey, you know, it's better to be where you're at than.
Yeah, at some point you should stop trying and be okay.
Yeah, stop trying. Nah, fuck that. Nah, keep going. Put your best foot forward. Fuck that.
Okay, everybody answered. Brother, you answered.
No, I would say get in where you fit in. Kind of like a play your position type of thing they used to say. And it's just it encompasses a lot that you kind of examine the situation, you seen where you would be beneficial at, and then jump in there and do your part and don't slack. You know what I mean? Like play your position so that nobody else has to worry. Like, what are we gonna get from him tonight? We know he's gonna do his job because he knows his position or he knows his assignment, whatever the young people are saying nowadays. But no, get in where you fit in would be mine.
Let me add to that though. He said so. The way I look at tonight, right? I hopped on the pod with y'all, which I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all having me. We've been talking about us as a collective, right? Us in the panel, we probably have a lot in common as far as our morals and values and stuff. And when we were talking about the internet, social media, how it affects my generation, I look at what y'all have right here and what I think the plan is growth. And growth comes with finding those that have the similar mindset, right? And not only finding those people, but also spreading that same message to those that are lost too. That's why the podcast game is so big and where it is. You know, everybody's on the internet right now. And you know, right here, what we're doing right here, right now, and outreaching and, you know, grabbing and gravitating towards, you know, it means something, you know. So you know, we're not doing it for nothing. You know, we're not here just living day by day vicariously, you know. We really are where we're. This is perfect. This is really setting the seed. This is really setting an example. Y'all are really. I'm glad y'all had me on here tonight. Hey Jeremy, I'm glad you invited me on here tonight.
And it won't be your last.
And no, I ain't.
Your auntie is.
Because y'all, man, there's still things. I'm 25 and we're at my job and where I work. You know, I'm a leader. And I'm not the youngest. I have people that are younger than me, and and they're looking up to me, and I'm big bro to them. I'm 25 on Friday. I feel like I'm hitting big bro status. I'm in my mid-20s. You know what I'm saying?
You're doing great.
I'm right.
It happened quick. Before you know it, you're gonna be 36.
I ain't 36
fast. God bless it, because I feel like I'm only gonna be better.
There you go.
Cam, they all remembering when they was 25 right now.
Once I was 20 years
Red
old.
shit. I just remember the saying.
What?
It don't get no easier. You just get better at it.
There it is. I know it. I know it.
I like that one. I like that.
Y'all gonna stop talking about sex now.
Come on, man. We talking about everything. You know you're the whole.
Thank you. Somebody had to get it. Somebody had
to slide that one in there right fast.
Somebody had to get it. Shit.
It was a tight fit, but you made it work.
Still carrying on. Still carrying on.
Ow, Jeremy, you made me. I'm supposed to be still.
Something wrong with that boy, bro.
Oh my
Been
goodness.
worshiping. I'm sorry.
See what I mean? Oh, okay.
You know I love you. What the fuck is wrong with you? My bitch runs the street at night, and I can't sleep.
I can't sleep. That's my shit, bro. That shit's so hard, buddy. That shit go hard. That shit go hard.
Oh my goodness. Oh my.
All right. So I got two of them, right?
Okay.
And the first one that comes to mind automatically is hard work pays off. hard work pays off. Putting your nose to the grind, right? Pinning your ears back and putting in the elbow grease to achieve what you want to achieve, it works. There's no two ways about it. I've seen it for myself. I've seen it with other people. It's just true and true, right?
Mhm.
And the second one is the only hard day was yesterday.
I like that.
Those two.
I have a question for you for the first one. What do you say to the person when you say hard work pays off, when they're saying I've been putting in the hard work and it seems like it's not paying off? It seems like it's getting me nowhere. What do you guys would say to that person?
Be patient.
Hard work doesn't mean.
Let me put this in there because remember,
Hey yo.
younger generation, they like that instant stuff.
Right. Correct.
What
Right.
would you say
That's
about
what I was about to say. I call him a liar.
Not a liar.
You're a liar.
Because
You're a liar.
Because remember, on this road of hard work and journeying, you're supposed to be learning at the same time. So what Jeremy alluded to earlier on was the pivot and the adjustment, right? If you're running in the conflict here, a little pivot, and you might be clear. You understand what I'm saying?
She said that I've been working hard and it hasn't paid off.
Right.
We all should know up here, if you work hard at anything, you will yield results.
Right. Yes. If I
That,
want to scrub the dishes clean,
that should
I
be a
scrub them hard
golden
and
rule of thumb. If you work hard, you will produce results. If you are working hard as you say you are and you don't have results, I challenge your integrity.
what if it's not the results that they thought?
Yeah, I won't challenge the integrity of the person. I try to if they come to me and this is what they bring to me, I'd say, well, what is the barrier? Like, what barriers are you encountering?
Well, to what Red just said, results and their results are two different things, right?
But they
I'll inquire
but
more.
if they're saying I'm working hard, but I'm
Right.
not getting the results, so we're talking about their results. So if they're saying I'm doing what you said, I'm working hard towards it
Okay.
and whatever, but I'm not getting the results, or maybe it's not the results they're getting results, but it's not the results that they had set
That they
them up.
want.
Right. You'd have to inquire. You'd have to inquire more.
What do you say to them when they say that?
Right. For example, somebody could be working, right? And they could be doing a great job. I'm talking about a great job. And even people above them want them to do more. But guess what? They got a record. Does that mean that you stop just because you get a record? No, that means that you got to pivot. I mean, you got to start saving up some money so you can get legal representation to get that taken care of, or either challenge some things, or either get some type of certificate or whatever, some type of sign off, something that'll let you get to the next level. That is working in a ditch full of sand. Work all you want. The sand gonna come right back down until you actually get something solid to build on. That's a good example of working hard for no reason. But you got to know the past, or it could be the future.
But you're not applying shit too, though. Like working hard is just grinding your nose, like just grinding at it, like blind and foolish. No. Right? Working hard means also being smart. Working hard means having the ability to adjust and adapt. It ain't just no, it doesn't work like that. You
Working
gotta
hard
have
also
some type of
means
intelligence and type of awareness about where you at on this hard working journey and this goal getting journey that you want. It's just that simple.
Right. And working hard also means that sometimes you have to say no to the easier way.
Yeah.
You gotta be willing to walk away sometime. I'll let you simmer on that.
That sucks sometimes, but you're right.
Not easy.
I'm not saying
You didn't say it was easy.
Boy, sometimes I be wanting to run this line this way, but it'll be so much easier. Let me just do it the right way.
The coach said go down the center.
I mean, like for the ladies, you're like, you know what? It would have been so easy if I was a whore.
God damn.
God damn, Teeter, right?
You the whore, you know.
God damn.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'll sprinkle a little devil's advocate in at around that time. I am not gonna lie to y'all because I'm listening to y'all build. I'm agreeing with homie. That integrity is important for me. So throw it all away then. When you be like, yo, I'm working hard, it's not working, throw it all away then. Because Jeremy got this book. It's about selling crack. Throw it all away, sell crack.
Right.
And then they gonna be like, nah, come on, yo. Like, what the hell did you just say? Like, yeah, nah, man. Like, that's what it is. Keep working. You are headed in the right track. Like, Rome wasn't built in a day. I'm gonna pull out a whole bunch of stuff to say to him. That's my friend. But again, I'm gonna improv a little bit real quick, just to bring a little comedy to it. Like, let's really look. So you want to stop working hard? You want to stop doing the right thing? And what's the alternative? We doing negative now? So nah, man, keep working. You know what I mean? Seeds are planted in the ground, and it takes a while to see the fruit. And if there's anything I could do to help, you know what I mean? That's when all of that stuff come in. But sometimes we got to let them see, like what you saying. You saying you want to throw all of this away? Because we don't want to do that, man. We want to keep on building. We want to keep on being positive. And it might take a little longer than the way the demons do it. But that's why they demons. You know what I mean? They're gonna run the earth. We got to bow down to our.
I think that's something that my
our
generation
king.
struggles with too. Is a simple bump on the road, and we so quick to quit. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So quick to quit. Like, hey,
Facts.
like you were talking about the results. You got to look at failure like a great result, because failure gonna teach you something.
America wasn't built in a day.
You know what I'm saying? So,
They look at L's like losses, right? Instead of looking at them as lessons.
as
You take
there
an
you go.
L is a lesson, not a loss. There's a gem inside of the loss that you're supposed to take with you along the journey, so you don't end up back in that same spot.
Like, all you got to do is think about the L's everybody took building America. Look at what we have today. What did it take to get here? Nobody got that. Everybody failed. Whether it have been the Italians, the Irish, the French, the native, everybody failed. All of them. It wasn't a cakewalk.
Well, not everybody. But
Nah, they failed too. They got their asses kicked.
I'm just playing.
They got their asses kicked. They just wrote history different. They got their asses whipped.
Here we go. This is not witching hours, Jeremy.
You know.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Damn. But everybody stumbled along their journeys. Like in the billionaires tell you that the most. You know, so like just like he just piggyback on top of what I said. If somebody says that to me, I'm gonna have to interrogate you first. What do you mean you're working hard and you're not getting any results? We gonna have to dig into that.
Right.
You know,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, homie. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead, brother.
I was gonna say now there's a difference between working hard and working smart.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready, y'all. Time for another work story, because that's all I do is work and come home, take care of my yard and my kids. So there was this older guy that worked with me, and I was young, bright, bushy-eyed, and all that good stuff, and I'm gonna make this place a better place. So I'm doing everything, staying late, all that stupid stuff you're really not supposed to do, but you do because why? You get the stripes, right? And he came up to me and said, Jeremy, you're doing a great job. I've been here for about 30 years. But everything you're doing, they don't give a fuck about. They do not care. It's not going to help you at all. And you know what I did? I cussed him back out. I was mad at him. Oh, I went to town on him. Because I was in charge of him at the time. Oh, yeah. But you know what? 5 years later, he was right.
Right.
So I had to learn how to work smart and not hard. Hard gets you noticed, but working smart actually gets you the promotion. So at a certain point, yes, you keep working. Yes, keep working, but figure out how am I going to turn this sweat equity into something else?
Right.
Because your body, men, your body cannot take that forever. As men, we need to start taking some notes and start figuring out, okay, how do we multiply our efforts? We're strong, we're capable, we can come and we can do this heavy labor, we can do this all day long and be proud about it too. What Ricky said yesterday on the stream, we always have to have something to do, but it don't mean you got to be doing it for everybody else. Your kingdom is your home. Be able to take care of it when you retire. So work smarter.
Hey, Jeremy, did you call him back and apologize to him?
Nope.
God damn. Shit.
Let that shit hang with it, bang
Nope.
it, bro. Fuck
Ain't
that
no
That was
business.
5 years ago.
shit. Jeremy,
That man done retired and went on somewhere. We good.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
Yo, fuck him, G.
Yeah. Got him and his mama. I know.
And his mom took you.
Here we go. Here we go. This
What
is
that man
crazy.
mama did, bro?
Right,
He had
King
him.
did not one thing.
He had
Nice
him.
lady.
All he tried to
Nice
do was
lady.
save you the trouble. Look like you doing,
Yeah.
bro. Look how you
You're a
doing.
nice lady.
Hey.
Lord Jesus.
Not me, moms.
All right,
Mama,
last
y'all got smoke tonight.
last question for tonight. Okay. Young guys, what do you need from the older men? And older men, what do you need from the younger men in order
I'm the
to
young guy crew. Or
Aye,
not?
aye, 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 aye. In order to fix the divide between the OGs and YNs? What do you need from the older men to the younger guys? And older men, what do you need from the younger men in order to fix the divide between the two?
Real quick, Red. What's the age?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
give
trying
us
to
the
figure out what
age.
group I'm in.
Because you got at least 3 different squads on
Okay.
team.
I'm 36.
And how are you, Trent?
38.
You OG.
35.
Homie, how old are you?
I'm 36.
Okay. Who's 35?
Me and CEO.
You 35, 35.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would say 35 and under, I consider it still young. So if
Jeremy, you
you're
35 for real?
if
Yeah.
you're over 35, you're the
Like
OG.
Benjamin Button. Goddamn.
I would
Oh, we roasting now. Okay. All right. Don't worry about it. I'll wait till after.
Hey, that's exactly what I said when I first met him. Too.
Okay, and you finna catch it too. I'm finna tell him how I met you.
That's
I'm finna tell him how I met
crazy.
you.
Hey, take it in.
I'm about to tell him how I met you.
All right, so I think under 35, young. Over 35, it's the
Magneto.
It's the unks. So I will need the unks. I won't say OGs. Y'all the unks, and then under 30, 35 and under are the young ones.
Since we
Okay.
got 235, can I be on the UNC team? Because they don't want me on their team no way.
You can be on the unk team.
All right.
Okay,
I
it's
cut my grass too, y'all.
3 against 3. Okay. CEO, what do you need from the unks in order to fix the divide between you?
I'm a unk myself. I'm 39.
Oh, I thought you said 35.
Nah, Jeremy said 35.
Oh, my bad.
Nah.
Oh, so Jeremy, you gotta go on. You gotta go over there with Kim and homie. All right, CEO. You wait. I want to hear from the young people first. So, homie, what you got? What do you need from the unks?
To be quite frank and clear, KRS wrapped it up in that little short you played. That
Okay.
right there was the most and best and most concise messaging that you can give with accuracy.
Mm-hmm.
We got to listen to each other. We got to understand each other.
Okay.
Because I won't know how to move forward and they won't know how to keep up.
Okay.
That's fair.
Who's on? Oh, Jeremy. I mean, yeah, Jeremy is you baby. Yeah, you the babies. Okay, Jeremy, what you got?
I don't need none from the old head. No. If one thing I would say seriously is that I would ask that older men be willing to actually tell what really happened.
Transparency.
Yeah, like if you had a hard time, tell me you had a hard time.
Mhm.
Kind of like what Cam was saying, so that I know that I'm going in the right direction. Not to belittle you, not to say, "Oh, you ain't about nothing." It's so that I can understand. Like when Mr. He said tells his story, and then he talk about from how he started there to where now he was working with the banks and everything like that. That lets me know this man is not only is he qualified at his job, but he's qualified in his life.
Mm-hmm.
So when I get a hold of some money and I wasn't playing, I'm coming to him. because he got his household together and he has that background of finance. I need him. So that's what I mean. Like, let me know. That way I know who to go to. Because what I go to Trent for is not going to be the same thing I go to Mr. He said for the same thing I go to Ricky for. Shout out to Ricky for the garden stuff. I did order.
Yeah.
And the yard stuff, right? Because he's so proof. His yard in the front yard look green. And then he went to his neighbor yard and did some dirty stuff and started showing how bad the yard looked. So
I saw
like,
that
yeah.
shit. I saw that shit.
That is so bad. Oh my
That's what I want. I want transparency too. I want to know your story, not so that I can judge you, but so that I can understand how can I utilize your wisdom. You accumulated for a reason. But if I don't need apples and I need an orange, and your oranges are your fruit of your labor, and you're the person I need to talk to.
Okay. Cam, what do you need from the
Yeah, transparency, 100%. Keep it real, man. Keep it funky all the way, 100%. Don't sugarcoat shit. Whether that be your story or don't sugarcoat what you feel about me. I mean, I take constructive criticism. You know, I'm still young. You know, like I said, I can tell somebody's just really hating on me, or somebody really feels like they really want to guide me down the right path, and they want to share something with me that they really feel like I can connect to. So yeah, just keep it 1,000 always.
Okay. All right, y'all up. Trent, what do you need from the young ones? Relationship better.
I need them to be better students, so then we shall appear.
When
they decide they want to help themselves, guarantee you show up to help them.
Gotcha. Okay. EO, what do you need from the young ones?
I would say listen for understanding and be able to take the constructive criticism without seeing it as somebody hating on you, right? And just wait and see. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing teaches like experience. Just wait and see.
Patience. Okay. All right, brother. What do you need from the young?
Just consideration. Consideration. At the end of the day, we brothers. We got the same destination in our GPS. We might not take the same routes, but the destination to be good men, to be good brothers, to be good fathers, to be good husbands, boyfriends, cousins, so on and so forth. I believe that's our destination, especially, you know, I speak from the lens of shout out to Ricky, responsible men. So just that consideration, and just consider that I'm trying to save you time. And I've been where you are. So you're not alone. And just give me that consideration as an OG, and I will extend the same to you as a youngin. Salute.
Okay. I'm sleepy. Okay. And my shoulder is killing me.
Hey. This was fun. Great discussion.
But it's time to shut it down. We are sleepy. It is time to end the show. But first, let us hear your final thoughts.
Let's shut this down, but first, let's get these final thoughts.
Shout out to the panel for coming through tonight. I truly enjoyed this conversation because I just had some questions, and I thank y'all for answering my questions. I want, you know, it's hard for us ladies to teach the younger ladies because they don't want to hear nothing we got to say. We get called all kind of names with a child of God, pick me mammies, you don't know what you're talking about, and it's not the same, or, you know, that's not the same thing the unks get. We get it too, and worse. So I just want to hear from the guys' perspective about you know, working together to improve the lives of our young people, right? So having said that, my shoulder is hurting, you guys. So we're gonna do final thoughts. Let's start with the latecomer.
My final thoughts?
Yes.
for the unks that might still be troubled, let's not continue this cycle, this revenge tour that we take on younger women, and let these young men have these women.
Ooh wee. Okay.
Thank you.
Bars.
What they wait a minute, I got questions. What they dirty macking CEO? What they
No,
doing?
it's not dirty macking. You know, like Mr. He said, a lot of the unks don't come from a lens of a responsible man. It's more so a revenge tour thing, right? And just because they are more desirable to these young women, they treat them like how they want to, right? So we need to stop doing that so we can have, so the younger generation of men can have decent women.
Okay. Stop making sluts out here. Because y'all slut me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, homie. Final thoughts.
Good show overall. Really, really good topics. There was a couple of more of them slides you went through I wanted to hone in on, but we'll get to it when we get to it,
You could have talked all you wanted to, homie. I ain't stopping you.
Well, no, when you was thumbing through them in the very, very beginning, you was going so fast.
Oh, I'm
my
sorry.
thoughts was racing. I didn't know which one I wanted to, snipe in on. But
I write it down. You gotta write it down.
I do got to get in the habit of doing it.
Yes.
I take that tip, so I ain't got much. I'm gonna leave it right there. I appreciate the advice from Mr. He said. I appreciate Jeremy. Cam, nice meeting you, little brother. My dog Trent CEO. Y'all know what it is, bro.
Are you ready?
Cam, don't ask. Don't ask. Don't ask.
Oh my God.
Don't just leave it alone, man.
All right, Red Fatty gonna wake up again cranky.
You know I love you, right? All right, Trent. What's some final thoughts?
Yeah, appreciate you having me as usual. You know, it's a love thing from here to there. We're always cleaning all this fair. It was a good conversation though, especially when Jeremy brought Cam. Cam, nice to meet you, Big G.
Likewise. Oh,
brought
yeah,
us, we get the direct perspective, right, from our reflection, from our youthful reflections, right. At the end of the day, we can't act like Cam ain't us and we not Cam.
Right.
He is us.
Mm-hmm.
He's us at a different time though, right? So Jeremy put his stamp on it and said that Cam is above board with his behavior. So to you, Cam, carry on that same page, G, right?
Appreciate it.
For sure. The only hard day was yesterday. Remember that. Everything else in front of you is easier. As usual, it's a bunch of wisdom, especially you got Magneto, you got Jeremy, you got Al, you got CEO talking. It's always a good time. You always host a good panel. I had a good time. Thank you once again.
Who is
Homie said he had his son cleaning in the back. Oh, they must. Oh.
No, that's him. That was the come up with all that noise. I put you on this video.
That's me. That's my daughter. That's my baby. She in there cooking.
Oh, I thought. Okay.
I thought that was CEO with somebody.
Kirby. Oh, final thoughts.
Hey, y'all, at the end of the day, it's always you versus you. It doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. Make sure you are doing what you need to do to make your life better for yourself and for the people around you. Shout out to Cam again for showing up. I really appreciate you, brother. Happy birthday to you on Friday. We're gonna take care of you. Don't even worry about that. Red, fantastic show as always. Best show put together for good conversation. And for everybody else on the panel, Trent, CEO, homie, brother, he said, enjoyed it and can't wait to do it again.
All right, y'all. Thanks for having me.
And last but not least, our birthday young man. Final thoughts.
Appreciate y'all having me first and foremost. I didn't even expect it to go like this, the whole conversation. I'm thankful. I'm thankful for all the guidance I had. I'm here to learn every day. I hope I continue to keep talking with y'all, have more conversations, get to know y'all a little bit more. Shout out to everybody. I know what we're doing this for, what y'all are doing this for, is to grow and connect, and let's get to it.
right. It's time for me and brother to have our brother and sister chat. See y'all later.
It's time for the super chats.
Hey, brother.
Good work, sis. Good work.
Lord have mercy. I want
Yeah,
all
get some
kinds of
rest.
sets and stuff. What's the pain pills called? What they call them?
Uh-oh. Tylenol?
Hydrocortisone.
Motrin?
No, not hydrocortisone. What's the whatever the thing?
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Not the
My
oxy.
shoulder and neck is hurting so bad. I don't know what I did to it. It's hurting so bad.
Yeah,
And
get
like,
some rest. Make sure you get some rest.
and my fingers are freezing.
Make sure you get some rest. Put your feet up.
I have to do something. Lord have mercy. All right, let's get you to zero. It's been fussing a lot.
Yep.
Shout out to Brother for getting 1 minute.
Salute.
Shout out to Trent for gifting 1
Big
minute.
money man. Big thing going, you know.
And Jeremy came through and gifted 5 memberships. Thank you,
Yeah,
Jeremy.
man. It all starts with you.
And a shout out to Trent. He came back again with a $5
You.
Thank you guys for contributing to the show. This was a good show. I just had some questions because I always see like the divide on these panels and things when you can see the difference between the unks and the young people, how much they push back and stuff. Because even like when you be having conversations and stuff, I see the the pushback and things like that, and I just found it interesting. I just wanted to pick y'all brain to see how.
I mean, I come off a little unique. It might be the atmosphere I'm in at the time, but tonight, you know what I mean. Cam was very obliging, very polite, very gentlemanlike, and the fellas were obliging as well. So you know what I mean. Everybody pretty much stayed in accordance, and I think that's the difference. We see a lot of discourse. We see a lot. Maybe it's deliberate, maybe it's not, but tonight, nobody overtalked, nobody cut nobody off, wasn't no disrespect, just, dope conversation for people that wanted to have an understanding. So that's what I take away from it the most. But Cam was the catalytic factor. His demeanor, his rapport kind of drove everybody else. So, you know what I mean? Shout out to him.
He wasn't real combative and stuff like we used to see on. Oh, we still got Trent back here. Trent, you go put that cigarette down. But one thing I wanted to ask guys was remember we hear the tone and the long-windedness. I forgot to ask that question. Like, is that one of the issues that young people are having? Like, because we hear it, long-winded, or your tone that you're talking with. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely. Yeah. We should be able to repackage it. I'm working on it myself, but we should be able to repackage it. Trent, thoughts?
Yeah. I'm jacking it. I'm jacking it for sure. Like we like to acknowledge them as microwave babies, but then at the same time we want to give them some old school conversation. You dig it? And then at the same time too, because we jacking the microphone for so long, they can't even get their real thoughts out of the real processing. Like active listening, you smoking their boots and you don't even peeping it. You dig it?
Could it be too much, giving it too much at one time?
But that too at the same speed though. You're not giving them the door for them to jump in and have and give you what they're. So like, if we started talking about elephants, you can't go from talking about elephants to end up talking about orca whales and not give them a chance to talk about the elephant.
Okay.
Instead of just long forming them, pocket it, and walk them through it. You know what I'm saying? Give them the chance to express and talk. Yeah, I'm jacking.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot to ask that question because that seems to be one of the things that they like to throw. Got so long with it.
Some of it's gonna be the entitlement, the laziness stuff too. You know what I mean? But like that's why I brought up the part about being good students, right?
Right. Yeah.
Be enter the conversation with what they call goodwill, good faith, good intention.
I mean, and that's what I was talking about reality as well. If you was long-winded, then apologize. Like I try to apologize. I say sorry for being so long-winded, y'all. Like you got to recognize that at least, because once you recognize it, then you could do something to change it. But if you don't even recognize it, then it's going to be a problem. So I accept that complaint, and absolutely is looking to do something different.
Yeah.
It's just, you got to get some rest though, because I see you rubbing that neck. So get some rest, man. And I check on you in a little bit. And
got final thoughts, brother?
Right.
Did you do your final thoughts?
Nah, this was dope, man. Just dope being around the fellas. Salute to Trent. Thank you for everything you do all the time, and all of the rest of the fellas too, Jeremy and especially Cam tonight. Always CEO. You know, shout out to the brothers and thank you for always thinking of something good for us to tackle every week. So just everybody keep being y'all, man.
Oh, I did a new outro for you guys.
I'm finna go live.
What you gonna talk about, Trent?
Tucker Carlson.
Oh,
Shaka Khan? What did Shaka Khan do? Wait a minute, Shaka, what is going on?
What are we doing?
I'm old, man. Don't worry.
Hey.
Don't worry about
Hey.
my hearing.
Brother, you going live tomorrow?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're gonna try this Family Feud thing out. I just got it all set up. So I was gonna do it yesterday, but we had to do something with the daughter. Teenagers is, still teenagers. So but yeah, I think we're gonna try to have a little bit of fun, play some Family Feud, see what happens.
Game night?
Yeah.
What time?
It's a little probably around 8:30, somewhere around there.
8:30 in the East?
Yeah, in the East Coast. Yeah.
Damn,
East
that's
Coast.
exactly when you're firing up too. Fuck.
Eastern Standard Time.
Are you going live tonight and tomorrow, Trent?
Yeah, me and Kofa got the show about Cougars tomorrow.
Ooh. Yeah, like Shaka Khan. I was right. I was absolutely right.
You
was
was
wild. Ooh, that older coochie. That sounds like a good conversation.
We about to go wild the fuck out tomorrow because Friday night. Friday night we about to talk about. I got witching hours. That's in the bag for us.
Yeah.
And I think my daughter wants to go see the Michael Jackson movie.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, for real. So I'm trying to balance this whole week out real quick. You feel me?
Okay.
Tomorrow, damn, G.
Y'all about busy.
I see.
I'm
Well,
trying
if
to-
you feel like a break from the monotony, you got time, man. Come on over. We'll be there. We're gonna try to have a little bit of fun and just yuck it up a little bit and test this out, see how it goes.
You gonna do Cerebro on Saturday, brother?
Yep. Saturday, I'm locked in. I ain't been there in a while, so and I'm working on my demeanor. So Saturday is when I get to let loose. That's what I was told. Saturday, do your thing. Saturday, everything else. Calm yourself.
That should be fire, G.
Calm your nerves. Everything.
That should be fire.
I have witching hours Friday night, 1:00
on the gang.
1 a.m. And summertime I change my schedules. So we're on Super Sundays. So Sunday at 1:45, which is 2:45 Eastern time. Red Dropping Gems, Grace Under Fire. How to your elegance under pressure. Yeah. Because you know I like to teach, brother.
You do, yo. I saw that side of you when you closed out Autism Month. You closed it out that way. I think I talked about you for like days after that. I've been talking to my doctor. When I went to go see my doctor, I was like, yo, gee, I just witnessed the most incredible fucking shit ever.
Thank you.
I just sat there and I just sponged and realized that the correlation between autism and those parenting skills that y'all implement. Imagine implementing those with a kid that's not having these barriers
Yep.
She said that through the whole stream. This information is for children.
Dog.
Yep.
Dog. I'm sitting here like I want to go back in time right now and raise my daughter different. I swear it down the whole time.
Yep.
I feel like,
That's it, bro. That's it. Good job. Yep. Good job, sis.
Yeah.
Good job.
I like it. Well, I guess I'll see you in the chat if you go live, Trend. And
yeah, I deplugged it. Yeah, I'm about to go.
I gotta find a heating pad or something to put on my shoulder. Child, it's hurting. So I redid the outro for the guys. I did a little revamping of the song. So I hope y'all like it. And
Salute to the chat. Thank y'all for coming through.
What's my slogan? I forgot. Pay attention to your
Yeah. Pay attention to your circle.
Pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. Envy disguises itself as a friend. Let them talk because they talk on themselves, and the more they talk, the more they lie. The more they talk. Y'all have a good evening, and don't forget to go back and hit the comments and tell me what you think about the show. You know, the unks, YNs, all that other good stuff. And see y'all later. Bye.
Yeah. It's deeper than the surface, deeper than the grind. I just wanna know what's on a real man's mind. Let's build something sacred. I ain't trying to guess you, stress you, or finesse you. I just wanna bless you, see what's really in your mental. Not the armor or the mask that you wrestle, but that inner voice that whispers. When it's gentle, got my ears wide, heart open, no shade, no judgment in this room. You can lay your pain. Tell me what it's like to carry all that weight. Be the rock, the leader, but still feel the strain. Talk to me, king. I ain't here to fix, just here to feel. Soaking every bit. You ain't gotta rhyme it or keep it slick. I'm listening deep. I wanna hear what ticks. Blueprint to a man starts. It starts by listening. Let him speak truth. No fear, no imprisoning. Open space, real talk. I'm just vibing in. Trying to know the heart that beats beneath the skin. Yeah. I just wanna know your mind. Every corner, every climb. You ain't gotta hide behind. Just let it go, take your time. Tell me about your father or the lack of his touch. Did that teach you silence or teach you to clutch? What do you dream when the world ain't tough? What do you need when strong ain't enough? Where's the joy that you bury in the grind? What fears dance in the back of your mind? Who taught you love? Who taught you war? What's the wound you still trying to ignore? Yeah, you ain't soft for expressing what's inside. That's king energy, that's real pride. I ain't scared of your tears or your cries. I'm here to witness, not just ride. Blueprint to a man starts by listening, not by pushing, pressing, or conditioning. This space sacred, this bond glistening. Truth in your tone I find, strength in it, yeah. I just wanna know your soul, not just what you control. This ain't no casual stroll, I'm here for the whole, yeah, the whole. No interruptions, no, should've said. Just say it raw, say it how it's in your head. You ain't gotta bleed, just speak your thread. I hold the story, every word you said. So when you ready, I'm still here. A woman with ears that don't just hear. I build temples with your truth, cause knowing you, that's the proof. Blueprint to a man starts by listening.